Alright. Spawning in the top left on Bonyth's team. It's his teammate, Keke Pepe, as Zerg. And in the top right, none other than the Polish Bonyth himself. Such a good Polish player. And they're going to be up against Drago down here in the bottom right as the Protoss. And his teammate in the bottom left, Gambit, as Zerg. Yeah, PZ v PZ action.
Yep, definitely looking forward to this. Gambit is one of my trainers. He's taught me a hell of a lot of stuff. So he's
pretty knowledgeable, right?
Oh, he's so knowledgeable. Very knowledgeable. He was taught by Scan, so he he almost knows everything Scan knows, so that's the kind of level he's at.
These minerals don't look super optimal in this top left, though. I don't like that.
Yeah, I guess this is going to happen. What happens with the old maps?
Yeah, there's like a 2 or 3 of those patches are really suboptimal.
Yeah, I guess with a bit of boosting though, it'll be alright. Well, a lot of boosting.
Yeah, 6 of the patches are okay, but 3 of them are terrible.
Yeah, this one looks horrible. Yeah, and this one is really long.
Yeah, those 3 on the top left are really bad. Okay, just a pull gas, pretty standard, and a hatchery on the ramp here. So a bit more defensive play from Drago and Gambit to start things off.
Yep. Where they go from here, I guess both going 2 gates standard.
Yeah, I doubt we'll see anything too cray-cray. Although, very quick probe scout from Drago. That's going to hinder his economy a little bit, because Bonnie is not scouting at all, so he's got an extra 50 minerals a minute that Drago doesn't have.
Yeah, I noticed when I watched him streaming his 2v2 games, if he sees the Overlord's crossover, he just thinks, there's no point me scouting. I don't want to scout the Protoss. I don't want to go cross-map and scout the Zerg. He'll just let the Overlord do it, so it will be a bit delayed in seeing that there's 11 hatch here.
I mean, you can pretty much assume the other guy is going to be going 2 gate, right? There's not
100%.
that much variation in the Protoss openings to worry about.
Yeah, I mean, even if you worked it out like way too late that the Protoss went 1 gate, you can still just kill him, you know, so you don't need to
You can
know
either
that.
punish him anyway, or if you go something crazy like 3 gate, you're safe on the ramp of 2 gate, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, KK opted to go for a lot of Ling. Started off with 6 Ling.
Yeah.
Oh, and just went for speed.
He's just going to go for speed so he can optimize his minerals a bit, so he can also make a safety sunken, so he can, you know, focus on the map more with these Lings and not have to keep anything back at home.
Yeah, I mean, an interesting choice to go for such an early sunk.
Yeah, can he break this? I don't think so, right? Because we got Lings and a safety sunken on the way. Yeah, Bonyth is going to come down here with some Zealots to see if he can do some heavy lifting to help Keke get up this ramp.
I'm guessing they're just going to opt to block it.
Wait, they didn't make the safety sunk. I think he was going to and then just didn't. That might come back to bite him a little bit, because he can't punish this wall in anytime soon, and 2 more Zealots are going to arrive eventually.
That's it, and Drago was kind of forced to go back. He doesn't want his Zealots caught out in the middle.
This sunken might be too late. It's hard to say for sure. Let's see if Bonyth can wedge his way up this ramp here. Gets one of the Zealots down. But as soon as Keke gets in here with his Zerglings, it's a little bit nightmarish, because they didn't have to kill the sunken. They could just run by with the Lings, but let's see. The sunken's technically finishing in time, and I guess they do hold.
Perfect hold, really. 2 more Zealots arriving, though. Still kind of dangerous.
Yeah.
Things are really low.
He can probably keep the sunken alive. He just doesn't want to allow Keke's Lings to run by into that main base. It's like a massive counterattack from Drago here. I don't see a shield battery on the ramp for... Okay, there's the shield battery now. It's a little bit slow. It does build super fast. It's like a bunker in terms of how quickly it builds, but...
Yeah, only 2 Zealots.
Will it be in time? Yeah, I don't know about this. Bonnie might be in a tiny bit of trouble here. Might have to glitch out those Zealots with a bit of a probe drill as well, who knows. Shield battery does finish, so we can keep recharging these. Drago cycling out the low HP Zealots for fresh ones. The shield battery will run out of energy eventually, though. Just Looks like he might just barely hold with the 4th Zealot coming out, but it doesn't look good because he's got no more shield energy. I think Drago might still be able to get in here.
Really close, isn't it?
Yeah, luckily Bonnie is being super smart with the positioning of the Zealots with the probes behind. It's doing a lot of extra DPS with that particle beam range.
Yeah, and I like how he opted not to go for Dragoons as well. Those Zealots are much quicker to make.
Really good body blocking as well, but Drago is really trying to hammer this down.
He's really good pressure. Yeah, really good pressure by Drago.
Yeah, Bonyth is making 2 Dragoons of his own, but it'll take a little bit more time to finish. It's like some ling-on-ling action in the center of the board here. And yeah, Keke trying to catch the Dragoons of Drago in transit. Can they get a good surround on them before they get back to the safety of the ramp? Looks like he's doing a pretty good job of catching these Dragoons, but Gambit's going to come in and help out.
Yeah, this is great teamwork to kind of keep the pressure on Drago, so he took the pressure off Bonyth.
He's going to catch that Dragoon just barely as well. It's not bad.
A good hold by everyone. There's still no text from the Zergs.
Yeah, but he has got a macro hatchery, so he's going to keep up with the production of Gambit at least.
Yeah, one drone behind though. Can be quite a lot in this matchup.
I feel like the minerals are really screwing over Keke as well. He's not got the greatest of income because of those patches.
Yeah, he needs those drones.
He's kind of blocked by the Sunken to mine those optimally now as well. It's a little bit suboptimal. Drago will be quite scary once he gets more and more Dragoons out on the map. Bonyth is teching straight into Archives, so he might be able to shut this down. Having some Dark Templars out on the map. There's no robo from Drago for a long time because of how much he's invested in these goons.
Yeah,
so these DTs might do a lot.
That's it, and the Zergs don't have lair either, so there's not going to be any speed overlords.
No, not for a long time, if ever. Okay, well, there's a lot of Zerglings for Gambit. They could maybe contain Bonyth temporarily, but once those DTs pop out, they're not going to really do a whole lot. They might want to go for the Zerg instead.
Yeah, this looks pretty powerful. Makes a lot more sense. Yeah, it's a good decision.
I don't think he's going to stop him getting on top of that ramp. It's good that Bonyth is catching these 2 Dragoons out of position, but once Drago's goons get on top of the Zerg's ramp here, this is going to be problematic for Bonyth to attack into. Keke's trying to hold that ramp desperately, just flooding small trickles of Zerglings to that. Now, maybe Bonyth thinking about challenging, but I don't think he's going to get there before Drago is set up on this high ground. It's two or three Zealots to tank. It's not terrible for Bonyth, but you can't attack up ramp 7 goons versus 9. He's going to have to wait for the DTs.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, Drago just kind of, you know, I guess he doesn't expect the DTs to be coming. That's the problem.
It's a really big win, actually, because he's blocking these Dragoons into that main base effectively as well.
They're committed.
Yeah, now he's going to have to trade with them, and you'll kill some Zerglings, but this is such a good trade for Bonyth and Keke.
Yeah.
And look at this, he's catching the reinforcements of Drago as well out in the open. I feel like Drago should not come out onto the map with those.
Yeah, really good decision by Bonyth to make those DTs, kind of recognizing no lair for speed overlords, and he was going to be behind in the goon count, so he needs to catch up in like another way.
Yeah. Now, Gambit has got a slow overlord over this ramp here to help defend against the DTs, but is it going to be enough? He's already lost so many Dragoons that Bonyth might find a way of muscling his way into this base. There's some reinforcements showing up from Drago, but there's also 2 DTs chilling around them as well. I feel like Bonyth is going to break him here. Yeah.
Superior tech choice.
Yeah, and he's expanding behind this as Bonyth with that map control, which is totally fine and actually really good in this situation. Even if they can't kill Drago, it doesn't really matter. A bit of a counterattack from Gambit, trying to see what he can get done over here. Did kill the Sunken, but I don't see a lot of dead drones, so Keke doesn't mind too much to lose that Sunken.
Yeah.
Oof. That's really bad. So many probes going down. If anything, it helps Keke that he killed that Sunken because he can reposition it to open up the better patches to mine.
Yeah, once the PvP's won in this matchup, kind of easy sailing.
Yeah, I don't think Bonyth is going to kill Gambit, but he also doesn't have to. He just needs to stop him from expanding and force some trades here and there.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, he's on 2 base now.
He's actually going to try and challenge the ramp. He feels like he can do it. I mean, he technically does have enough DPS to break through these 2 Sunkens if there's no drone drill. Muters are out, but is it going to be in time? I mean, they're taking a lot of damage right now. GT's going to try and get some drone kills maybe in the main. Muters do manage to take that out. Even the probes of Drago over here trying to help out as any way they can.
Yeah, I mean, sort of holds, but not really.
Yeah, kind of delaying the inevitable a bit here. Some lings of Keke also going to be trying to catch some of these Dragoons out of position. Any trade's a good trade when they're this far ahead.
Yeah, absolutely miles ahead at this point.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. I mean, it's 9 drones for Gambit, 5 probes for Drago, and he has no nexus or ability to rebuild that. So this is going to be a bit of a painful death as Bonyth just macros up powerfully off 30 probes.
Yeah, MKK's sort of smart enough to not throw the game, making spores. Yeah. Gambit
They're just going to tap out. Very convincing win from Bonyth's team there. Doing a great job. It does seem like even though Bonyth relies a lot on his micro, he's also quite cerebral, understanding what he needs to do to gain a tactical advantage by rushing into DTs like that as well.
Yeah, that's it. And even though getting that shield battery like instantly saved his life.
I mean, you're pretty safe against 3-gate for that reason. As long as you hold the ramp, you can just make a backup battery and just hold the line.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Drago did good. He played very standard. It's just, you know, Bonyth is just kind of, like you say, cerebrally just on that kind of next level.
It's one thing when they're playing better than you in terms of micro. It's another thing when they're outthinking you too. I mean, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah. All right, game number 2.
Let's get it. Spawning here in the top center, Bonyth, the Protoss, and his teammate beside him to that top right position, Keke Pepe as Zerg. And they're up against Drago here, down in the bottom center as Protoss, and his teammate in the bottom left, Gambit, as the Zerg. Seems like Keke's asking about 9 pool, and Bonyth's like, yeah, okay, maybe 12 hatch though on ramp. So they're going to switch it up a little bit, a bit more defensive and macro orientated.
Yeah, like how Bonyth's sort of giving him the freedom as well to play how he wants, however he's feeling, rather than completely dictating his builds.
Seems like Keke thinks it's a bit of a risky thing to open with. How do you feel about Hatch on ramp? Like, what do you think crushes it compared to what it's good against?
Yeah, I think Hatch on ramp things get very technical and very specific. So I do like it because the enemy have to really keep an eye on what you're doing afterwards. Like, are you pumping lings? Are you still going to like later lair, or you know, you're going to even going 3 hatch all in with lings? So you've really got to keep an eye on that and adapt all the time. Whereas when they're making just 1 hatch lair, things are incredibly predictable.
Well, it seems like Bonyth has got good advice for him. It's some ZVZ tactics where if you don't see the Overlord coming straight to you, you can go for the hatchery first. And if you do see the Overlord, you quickly go 12 pool instead to kind of mix it up a bit. Makes sense because you would know the Zerg is further away from you if you don't see that Overlord, and might be able to get away with a hatch on ramp this way.
Yeah, very interesting.
You do that in ZVZ a lot. You'll like sometimes reverse OV scout, and if you see their Overlord and you want to hatch first, you'll instead quickly go 12 pool because they'll just kill you by scouting you first if they go 9 pool.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, so both Zergs going for 11 or 12 hatch. Again, right? I think the same happened in the last game, didn't it?
Yeah.
See a gas steal.
Gambit's slightly more optimized, actually. He's got a little bit of a faster hatchery and pool, respectively.
Yeah, I mean, that could just be because it's next to his hatch. You know, just that drone movement.
He probably was just a little bit more on top of his mineral optimization as well.
Yeah.
But, you know, mining as optimally as possible.
Yeah, that's it. Knowing Gambit, agreed on that. It's going to make things very interesting.
Ooh. That stops link speed, which means they're not going to have much map control as a result.
Yep, and then I imagine Gambit will be going for lair from this.
Yeah, let's see. Certainly would give them a big tech advantage if they go for that. Here's that lair look, yeah. Nothing crazy from the Protoss side of things, you know, just standard 2-gate stuff for the time being. Neither players being super greedy, but looks like Bonyth is going to blink first and quickly throw down that gas, which is spotted by Gambit's Overlord.
Yeah, I would have kind of expected a slightly earlier gas, seeing as his ally doesn't have gas. I mean, you often find Protoss can either get earlier goons or just go for Corsairs, knowing the enemy's got lair, and there's just kind of no chance of your ally catching up. Going to be so far behind with that spire timing.
So, do you feel like Keke could have considered going 3-hatch with that gas steal just because of how far behind he would be in tech and go more like 3-hatchling rather than 2?
Yeah, like I feel like Koreans used to just drop a 3rd hatch in the expansion, but it gets difficult. It does feel like that's the way to go.
Yeah, because he's got so much spare minerals because of not being able to mine gas. You would think he would just throw a 3rd hatchery down, even if it's just a macro hatchery or something. Just like the Gambit is converging on Bonyth's side of the map temporarily, but then is rotating back around towards the center. It's like they want to make sure the Zerg can't get out onto the map here.
Yeah, definitely a good choice to do that. Drago's main.
He's sending all of his Zerglings to Drago. One Zealot of Bonyth actually did a bit of a harassment to the mineral line there.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
Look at the probe difference. 21 probes for Bonyth, 14 for Drago. That's kind of insane.
Yeah, I mean, you often find that on they stop at 15 in this matchup, but Bonyth doesn't. Bonyth never stops probe production. It's just it goes against his entire soul, you know. Nice. So I think
he's his own man.
That's it. I think Drago probably just lost one to the Bonyth seller. Oh, this is a lot of pressure.
Keke's going to get up here. Yeah. The probes are coming, but will they be in time? I don't think so. I think he can maybe just barely squeeze in it.
Oh, great
he should
drill,
be
though.
Targeting the cannon, though. Should be running around and killing probes. I guess he gets it. That's kind of insane. I'm surprised the probes didn't deny that from going down.
Yeah, it's definitely close. Big force from Bonyth here.
It's going to be that Mutalisk play from Gambit. No surprise there. And, I mean, Pepe's still getting link speed on the way, so it's kind of insane that all he's got to offer right now is slow links.
Yeah, it's interesting that Keke's not joining up with Bonyth or vice versa.
Seems like he still wants to challenge the Protoss to exploit the fact that that cannon was shut down, but I don't think it matters. I feel like the 3 Zealots should do a good enough job of holding the line. Maybe they can target one and slip by, but it doesn't look great.
No, I mean, it keeps him from helping his ally, that's for sure.
But Mutas are going to shut down the Dragoons in such low number. 2 hatchery worth of Mutas always beats like 2 or 3 gateway worth of Dragoons every day of the week.
Yeah, I mean, how much is Bonyth going to lose here? Is he going to use his nuts?
Well, he's kind of lucky that the Mutas aren't hunting down those Zealots.
I agree. Just like, I guess he feels like he can get more than just those Zealots.
Yeah, he could go into the main right now, kill a lot of probes. He doesn't even have to fight the Dragoons. Literally just run around and target probes. He's got 5, so he can one-shot these workers. And Bonyth's been building up a massive probe advantage that's now going to be dwindled down quite significantly. He's only ahead by 2 probes now after that. Does kill a Mutalisk on the exit. Wait, why is he not killing Pepe's Overlord just there? He like flew by an Overlord and didn't kill it.
Oh, this is why.
Oh, this is why, okay. That makes a bit more sense.
Yeah.
See, this is why you should have hunted down those Zealots, because then this wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, true.
I feel like he's taken more damage than he's done to Bonyth, when all said and done.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. I mean, you definitely do want to slow down Bonyth. But yeah, I don't know which decision would have been better in hindsight, to be honest. I think it was a fine choice.
Yeah, it's okay. But it does open him up to counterattacks like we just saw. I mean, they're trading pretty good.
Yeah, really good.
Bonyth hasn't got that many units to fight with right now. Suddenly this is getting a bit more complicated. Luckily the link speed upgrade has kicked in recently for Keke, so he's able to help out a lot more than he was, but not before Bonyth loses pretty much his entire standing army.
Yeah, he's opted for cannons in his main and Stargate.
I think the Stargate is almost necessary at this point. You're just not going to be able to hold off the Mutalisks with Dragoons alone.
Yeah, let's see if Spire's just started. Oh, looks like Drago wants some revenge with the TT tech.
Not a bad choice considering this scenario. I don't think Gambit's going to do a lot to Keke with the decent spores, but
yeah,
I feel like they're doing a good job of bullying Bonyth in this game and keeping him as small as possible. Yeah, Bonyth kind of has to get a lot of Corsairs out to stabilize. Doesn't feel great. It's a lot of wasted resources that he could have allocated elsewhere. I mean, those Corsairs are not going to help him out against Drago.
Opting to go for a Templar.
He's doing both. He's getting a DT and Templar.
But no Storm.
He will be building up energy, though, so, you know, by the time he researches that storm, they'll have close to 2 storms each. Well, this is smart from Bonyth to have a safety cannon on the ramp in this weird situation. Not just for the DTs, but also to help buffer against the Mutalisks being an active threat right now. He's got a couple of Corsairs, but not enough to challenge this Muta force.
Yeah, it's quite a flock of Mutas, isn't it?
Yeah, luckily like 2 of the Mutas are almost red HP, so he's keeping the Zerg a little bit in check, but he needs a 3rd Corsair to really shut this down. He's doing some good chase micro, tickling those Mutas, keeping them from regenerating too much HP later. They've identified the speed zealots of Drago here, so they can be reasonably confident that Templar tech is following behind that. Ooh, and the cannon is not going to be ready in time to check that DT. There is an Overlord there, though. Need to quickly target that down. Do manage to get the kill on that. Keke's Zergling's coming to help out with just a couple of Mutas to help turn the tide here. And there is a pair of Scourge as well. Poor Gambit will be gold dust if he can catch some of those Corsairs. They're so valuable to Bonyth right now.
Yeah. How much has he got? 4. Yeah, he's about to get his 5th.
Good +1.
+1, yeah. That's when things get dangerous. Very curious about this choice for Storm Tech.
It is a bit interesting. Ooh, pretty good catch though from Gambit. Some Scourge connecting on those, and he's getting chase micro. The Corsairs have to come out to help. He has got enough Corsairs to one-shot those Scourge, so he should be pretty confident in trying to track down these Mutalisks of Gambit.
Oh, they're getting cornered, these Mutalisks.
Yeah, Bonyth's pretty good. He's going to have to split him. Pretty nice split.
Yeah, very nice split.
About as good as he could hope for in this scenario. He is going to take a couple of losses, but doesn't take many.
I think he just lost 1. At least
these 2 kind of got forgotten about after the split, so that one of those might get tracked down at least. A
pretty good escape, I think, by Gambit. Could have lost them all there, really.
Can Killing the Overlord's a pretty big deal as well, because that's, you know, no mobile detection available to the other team now as well, making DTs even more troublesome to worry about. I like this idea here to cannon up the natural of Gambit. Ooh, it's an okay storm. That one's also pretty decent.
Yeah.
They've really limited Keke in this game as well. He's not been able to help out too much as a result. That gas steal and now shutting down the Mutas of Storm.
Yeah, they've definitely got superiority now though. So this is looking really dangerous.
Gunning down. Losing Mutas feels painful, but he's gunning down a lot of Overlords with those Corsairs and any Scourge that come near them. Yeah,
opting to go for a really quick hive. Very quick for a 2v2 game.
Mm-hmm. What do you think that's for? To get something like Devourers to help deal with those Corsairs?
Yeah, I'm thinking Devourer, or he just might just opt... No, he surely can't just opt for Lings.
No, he's going to ensnare. He's going to ensnare the Corsairs. It's actually a good way of catching the Corsairs. I don't think he's going to get Hive. Not for now, anyway. Yeah, ensnare could be a great way of dealing with a pack of Mutas or Wraiths or something, especially if they've already got air superiority.
Yeah, I mean, Gambit's got really strong eco. Yeah.
Compared to Keke, yeah, Keke's lagging behind right now. Kind of feel like Keke should... Okay, now he's taking the expansion. I feel like that's long overdue.
Yeah, with the map control. Drago opting for expand as well. So we're going into... This is like kind of super late game for a PZ. You very rarely see everyone with expansion.
You even see Gambit with the melee upgrade, so he wants to go super late game with this. Just try and get as much value as he can. Ensnare can really turn things around if they don't expect it.
I sniped 3 of the High Templars.
That's a big deal.
It is.
Keke still pulling his weight in this game despite lagging behind. It's really going to help out Bonyth in a big way. I don't think they should challenge this expansion though. It just seems like a bit too much. There's 3 High Templars and Cannons and Xenos to soak up, and even an Ensnare on 3 goons. 3 Mutas, sorry.
Yeah, the Templar's slightly out of position to catch that.
You think about it, Ensnare and Storm has quite a lot of synergy as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is why Storm doesn't work too well against Mutas. It kind of just only hits them for a couple of ticks before the Mutas run away. But yeah, with the Ensnare, you can kind of catch the whole bunch.
Yeah, it seems like Keke going for a bit of a counterattack on the Protoss. 2 Zedot, 2 Goon, 3 Cannon. Does seem like Drago is going to hold this, besides losing a few units though. Okay, getting some probe damage in the main, but I feel like he's overcommitting to this. Like, he's not getting enough done with how many Mutas he's losing.
Yeah, I feel like if Bonyth's army could have, over here, would have denied the expansion before the Templars caught up.
It is a very interesting dynamic, though, because Bonyth is way ahead of Drago, but Gambit's way ahead of Pepe. It's not something you usually see in PZ v PZ.
I knew this was coming eventually.
Reavers. He's got a fleet beacon, so he's either going to get just that for the plus... Okay, I was about to say, get some D-Web as well would be super sick. This is one of the few maps back in the day where D-Web was actually used in PvT as well.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of D-Web. Definitely underused, I think.
But yeah, it's really good. Especially if you have the APM to utilize it. One of these High Templars a bit out of position. Might be able to catch that before it gets back to the safety of the defensive line. Ooh, that's going to be close. I think he gets it. That's super annoying for Keke. Gambit just robbing salt into the wound right now with very minimal investment. He's getting flyer carapace, ground carapace, second ground melee attack as well. He's really going heavily into those upgrades. It's going to help him trade out so much better than Keke's able to in this game. Yeah,
I feel like Bonyth sniffed this out a long time ago, though. That's why I opted for the Reaver.
Well, these D-webs are going to pretty much nullify these cannons temporarily. Some mutas coming in to try and target down those High Templars. The Archon on point defense shutting that down, but he still tries to get one of those High Templar kills with the mutas. It's like he'll barely get one of them, but Bonyth still may be able to kill almost all of these cannons before that D-web dissipates. Some Zerglings or Gambit showing up to save the day.
Yeah, just in time, really.
Yeah, there's just not enough here for Bonyth to shut down this expansion, so Drago's going to gradually catch up here.
Yeah, I mean, a really heavy investment in this Corsair fleet.
Massive investment, yeah.
Yeah, Gambit must be feeling good about not going for any more air.
Yeah, I would say so. He's just getting cracklings online, basically. Pretty cute D-web on the Lings. Ensnare on the Dragoons also comes out.
Ooh, and with this
slowing them down.
Double Reaver support.
Yeah, looks like they actually want to go straight for Drago again.
No storms ready right now. Could be a really good timing for Bonyth Keke.
I think so. There's some Zerglings here to help out, but that's not going to be enough to stop this from wreaking havoc.
Yeah, not very good composition by Drago to be able to fight this, unfortunately.
No, he has to be a little bit careful about how he positions these Reavers, making sure they stay at max range. Luckily, this is not the worst of map regions to worry about. Sometimes Reavers can be a bit screwy on ramps because of how small the regions are, but out here in the open, they should be able to get max range still. An expansion from big counterattack from Gambit on the natural of Bonyth, and Gambit's taking the 9 o'clock as his third already while this attack is going on. Pretty good storm attempt. The shuttle is very softened up. Yeah. One more lucky storm will be enough to finish it. He actually elects to go for the Corsairs. I feel like that's a bit of a mistake. He should probably keep that storm for trying to get the shuttle and Reavers.
Yeah, that might have been his death. However,
this counterattack is doing quite a lot. He's just unpowered some gateways, or maybe not actually. He's only unpowered one.
Well, Bonneville's also got no minerals in his main.
Yeah, this is a really good attack because Bonyth has no minerals backed up as well, so he's going to have to long distance mine to retake that natural. He's kind of do or die right now trying to kill the expansion of Drago. Another storm tries to land on the goons. Pretty good storm dodge. And little bit of tickle damage on the shuttle. It's probably quite low at this point, but more than enough to keep the Reavers escorted around and doing what they need to do, because Drago will eventually be mined out in his main despite being slower than Bonyth because of the lesser drone probe saturation.
Yeah, he's going to try and fight for that natural. Definitely needs it.
Oh. Look at the D-webs as well. Parasite on the Reaver and shuttle. But the D-webs not quite doing enough because the Reavers were low enough that Bonyth couldn't keep challenging on the ground. So they are going to save that expansion, which is a pretty huge deal. Meanwhile, Bonyth long distance mining to try and resecure that.
Yeah, I think with this expansion held I think that puts them very far ahead at this point.
Yeah, I would say that they would be slightly ahead even if it did die, but now I think they're very ahead.
Yeah, a lot of pressure
especially
on,
with the upgrade advantage on Gambit, right? He's got a lot of upgrades in his units. They are pretty potent. 2-1 upgraded cracklings is pretty scary. Because Bonyth just doesn't have the resources to trade effectively with that anymore, right? Even like small packs of Lings are going to have such a punching power. You can see how annoying it's going to be for Bonyth to stabilize against just a few of those.
Snipe the Nexus.
It's not a bad play. Not a bad play, especially because he's just now mined out.
Yeah, I just feel like Gambit's just too big at this point.
Yeah, it seems like they did get a kill on that hatchery third base at 9 o'clock, but he's going to try and retake that soon. Ooh, Reavers do a lot of heavy lifting in the main base, clearing up those Zerglings, but it does slow down Bonyth from long distance mining and actually expanding again. Bonyth's in trouble, man. He's got so much banked up gas as well, he just can't utilize it.
Yeah, because he can't even just build Templars because he really wants a Nexus. Oh.
But what's crazy right now is he can't even afford to keep refreshing his Scarabs
Yeah.
at this rate. Ooh, pretty good end snare catch on these Dragoons. Bonyth trying to help out with his Reavers on the ground in conjunction with maybe a few D-Webs here and there. No, nice storm on the Reaver.
Great catch.
Drago and Gambit really coming out on top gradually here, and that's a beautiful storm to finish off those end snared mutas. Such a powerful wombo combo. He's even got +2 carapace on these mutas, has Gambit. It's kind of insane.
+2 weapons though, but yeah, just no base for so long now.
Yeah. But +2 armor versus +2 weapons is actually Zerg favorited. Yeah, Bonyth, he knows it's over now. That's really cool, man. We're going to go the whole distance in this series, really back and forth. Yeah, there's no way Pepe is going to 1v2 this, so I'm happy to call that early.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, I was just thinking over the game, really, like Gambit's kind of on that next level as Bonyth was last time. But yeah, some really great decision making, I think, by Gambit. Not just commit to air, but actually go into that hive play.
Yeah, he found a way of providing a lot of value to Drago without having to contest the air at all, which is really smart.
Yeah, excellent game, that one.
Yeah, I feel like Bonyth was outthinking Drago in game number 1, but Gambit was really outthinking everybody.
Yeah,
in game
exactly. Yeah, showed us a whole new way to play that.
This is a super exciting series.
Yeah,
pretty back and forth.
Good. Yeah, Bonyth and Gambit, some very high level thinking players. Very interesting games. Alright, the decider now.
Let's get it. Spawning in the top left, equaling things up, the Protoss Drago. And his teammate, cross-map in the bottom right, Gambit as Zerg. And they're going to be facing off in the top right, Bonyth, the Protoss, and his teammate in the bottom left, Pepe, the Zerg.
Okay, we've actually got a cross-spawn opening now for the first time, I think.
Which is interesting because it means both Zergs are close spawns, right? So it changes
everyone's close spawns.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, generally speaking, you should get much more aggressive openings. You know, the aggressive openings normally pay off much better when everyone's close spawn like this, and it's going to be, well, it should be one of those games where you see a lot of counter attacks as well, because it's kind of useless trying to save your ally because they're like literally the furthest distance you could possibly go. So every time,
sometimes offense is the best defense, right?
That's it. Every time someone attacks your ally, you should be counter-attacking someone else, and then that means that you're open to getting counter-attacked too, and it can lead to some very crazy games.
Yeah, seems like Pepe 9 pool speed here. To be expected knowing the spawns, I would say.
Yeah,
although
I prefer this
seems
opening.
like Gambit feels confident enough just to hatchery first. Maybe he can be punished as a result.
Yeah, or his ally can get punished as well. This is kind of the problem with it. But it definitely pays off a lot.
Kind of expecting Drago to just be able to defend himself against 2 close spawns is a big ask, and
it is.
Same for the Zerg, like going hatchery first against 2 close spawns feels scary either way. Ooh, gas steal from Bonyth, getting a little bit of revenge for what happened to his ally last time.
Yeah, I definitely like this, especially with his ally going 9 pool. It means that, you know, you're not worried yourself, because it does slow down your Zealot timings and things like that. But you're the one with map control, so it should be absolutely fine.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, opting just to go speed though, no lair.
I guess that's so he can be more aggressive and make a safety sunken in his mineral line.
Yeah, maybe,
not but too affected.
But once the enemy's gas gets stolen, I do prefer you just going for even lair first in this scenario.
Okay.
Because the 9-pool isn't going to do damage.
The probe can block the creep, but he doesn't get it. I think he was trying to block the creep going down here. Let's see if it matters, because the probe can help out the lings as well. Oh, does manage to catch that. Sunken's on the way, but Zealot has showed up, so this really does change the balance of power in a big way. If they kill the Zealot, it's not too bad though, because the lings can keep trickling out to hold the line, so the safety Sunken is going to finish up. That's a really good hold from Gambit here.
Yeah, he's timed this out perfectly. Yeah, I mean that.
And is that a 3-gate from Drago? Meanwhile, Bonyth electing to take his own gas behind that gas steal. And gas steal does slow him down a little bit, so maybe Drago will get away with this 3-gate play. Does try and catch the Zealots of Drago out here in the open. Some Zealots of Bonnie showing up as well to catch that. Nice surround.
Yeah, 3-gate is actually the counter to 9-pool speed in this matchup, so definitely very good knowledge there from Drago. The idea
There's
is...
just no way Zergs can keep up with the Zealot production on one hatchery, right?
That's it. The idea is, though, you do need to have pressure. You can't just sit at home with 3-gate. So even if you're trading Zealots in a poor manner, it's better than not trading them at all, because your enemy Protoss is just going to have that tech advantage, and if you just kind of let him get there for free, then then you're just going to be way behind.
Seems like Gambit's kind of threatening the idea of a counterattack, but really just to keep these lings chasing him rather than putting on pressure elsewhere. Yeah,
I'm very worried about the fact these Zealots are sitting here. They need, especially at 7, and he's at 8. 7's a very powerful number for Zealots.
Yeah. He also saw that the Zerglings and Zealots were chasing around Gambit's lings, so he should be more safe to come out with those.
Yeah, sort of being a bit overly safe here. Even opting for a Forge. Forge is fine, because you know he's going to be going for Dragoons, but yeah.
Well, this is going to be tough, because there's enough for Gambit to slow this down, and the massive counterattack from Drago is going to be making its way downtown towards Keke Pepe.
Yeah, this is good. It's always just good just to apply that pressure, like I said. There's no point making 3-gate Zealots and having no pressure.
I mean, there's a cannon on the way on the ramp for Drago. It looks like they're kind of hesitating a little bit whether they should counterattack or engage.
Yeah,
there are 2 Sunkens finished up here, but one of the Sunkens is drillable, the other one isn't. So as he kills this first Sunken, it's really big news for Drago. They are going to come in here and reinforce this with the Zealots and Lings from the low ground, but there's more Zerglings showing up as well behind this from Gambit. They're going to have to hold the ramp to shut down these Zerglings getting in here.
Yeah, shame didn't target the drones enough, I think.
And the block on the ramp stopped Gambit coming in to help out at all.
Yeah, I still think a completely fine sort of trade. I mean, they brought his their army back. You know, they kind of gained back control for a bit. Kind of now these Zealots are kind of committed to this side.
Yeah. It's like Drago is going into 3-gate Goon of range, whereas Bonnie's taking up to Reavers again. It's getting shuttle speed pretty early.
Yep. This is going to be hard to stop, I think.
Stop the Reavers?
Yeah, stop the Reavers, yeah.
Because you could attack the Zerg with the Reavers as well and make this a nightmare for Gambit to hold, because his Spire is so slow.
Yeah, exactly, and Bonyth is going to know these timings as well, so he's going to know he has an opening pre-muta. So let's see where he decides to go.
Makes sense to go straight for the Zerg here, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
Because you know the Protoss is likely to have some Dragoons, whereas the Zerg has almost zero way of dealing with this right now.
Right, so we see... Well, he may have seen the shuttle. Yeah, it looks like he saw the shuttle.
Bonnie's gambling with Reavers. I don't think this is that much of a slot machine, though. This is Kind of like rolling the dice and hope you don't get a 1.
Yeah. He started off with two cherries, basically, so just needs that third one.
Yeah, pretty much. There's a lot of Zerglings, but as long as Bonyth is careful about how he positions this Zealot and Reaver, he's going to trade so effectively. Does buy time here for Gambit to finish up that Spire. It's just about to pop, but still, it's a lot to ask to shut down this Reaver with just a few Zerglings. Ooh! Does it? Oh! Kills like 5 drones there.
Uh-oh. Oh, Jesus.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
There's a counterattack going on in the bottom left here. Drago trying to pressure Pepe, but you know, Bonyth had a lot of Zealots left over to help out. It's going to buy time. Trading it on that ramp is nice. The Dragoons getting that 50% miss chance. They're not helping out a lot, so they're trading so effectively.
Yeah. Still good pressure from Drago, you know. Like I say, there's no point going to help your ally in these situations, so I do like the decision.
Yeah. Unfortunately, though, I have to say, Bonyth and Pepe looking really good on paper right now.
Yeah, I mean, after all those drone kills, kind of a death sentence.
Yeah, he's got half the drones of Pepe does Gambit. He's going to be able to squeeze out a few mutas, but really he also needs to find a way of squeezing out like 2 more drones. He needs like 5 drones on minerals, 3 on gas, just to keep up with a little bit of muta production. He's going to struggle to do that.
Yeah, he lost his Spire, actually.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty rough for Gambit. I don't think he's going to be able to help out in this game for a long time now.
Yeah, and so low on drones as well that fire's kind of expensive.
Drago being a bit tactical, trying to see if he can get a snipe on the hatchery, on the periphery of those Sunkens, but Bonyth's here to challenge that ramp with his Reaver and Dragoons in tow. I feel like they're going to overpower these Dragoons so easily, especially the Ling support in the main base. There's not much they can do about this situation, unfortunately. They played such a good series. Seems like Bonyth and Pepe just barely getting the better of them.
Yeah, I think just the good Scarab shots really, and the good timing of that Reaver coming out and opting to go for the Zerg. That's kind of what swayed it.
Bonyth called it gambling, but I don't think that's gambling. Like, the odds were very much in his favor to do a lot of damage there.
Yeah.
Seems like some kind of counter pressure now to Drago. He has got 2 cannons on the ramp, so he won't just fall flat on his back and die, but with some good positioning with this Reaver, Bonyth can still do a lot of damage here, because he can keep the Reaver out of range of those cannons and do splash damage to them by targeting Dragoons. You can see there, since it's a natural ramp that hasn't been custom made with tiles, you can actually get a range on those cannons. So Reavers don't have as much of a hard time shooting up natural ramps like this.
Yeah, this is the main problem when they switch that ramp over, isn't it? When they mirror it, it's the Reavers just don't understand.
Whenever it's a custom-made ramp, then the Reavers not so good, because the region distance on the map, which is what the range is based on, is so much smaller.
Yeah.
So they don't have the range to do it, and they kind of glitch out a little bit when it looks like they should be able to fire. Yeah,
it gets really rough when ramp's reversed and they drop a bunker here, and the Reaver will not shoot the bunker. It just refuses to.
For those of you that don't know what we're talking about, Reavers have the most unique range calculation in the game. There's like these automatically drawn regions that are determined based on the terrain. And if you're manually designing terrain with tiles to like get like reverse ramps and what have you, it actually makes those regions much smaller than they would usually be, so the Reaver has way less range. But on these natural tiles with natural ramps, they don't have that impact anymore.
Yeah, there's a deep dive on Team Liquid, isn't there? Someone's done with pictures and everything. Try and explain that craziness of the Reaver.
I think that's why players like Snow are so good. They just have this like more in-depth understanding on how the units actually work in terms of the game code.
Yeah, and people learnt a lot as well from Flash's Reaver play when he was playing random. They were noticing that Flash was actually going for the the easy targets rather than the big targets. So you know when like the drones all run in a line,
yeah,
and then some people want to snipe that middle, and then it will bug out the Scarab.
Has a chance of dudding out.
That's
right?
it. Whereas Flash will just go for like the bottom 2 drones and just get them 100%.
To guarantee the damage. Yeah, makes sense. I mean, they fought valiantly as Drago and Gambit in this series.
Yep.
But Bonnie and Pepe just ever so slightly edging it out on them. Game 2 looks so good for them, but it is what it is. This play with the Reavers just really shut down Gambit having any hope in this game. GG is called. Bonyth and Pepe reigning supreme.
Yeah, I think if you're playing against Bonyth, you've got to do everything you can to not let him go up to Reave attack. You know, because that's just game ending.
Yeah. He runs circles around DeWalt with his Reaver control in general. So yeah, you don't want to let this guy get any tools in his arsenal that you can. Yeah, you want to shut him down every time you can.
One thing I've got to say though is I was a bit underwhelmed by Drago in previous series, and I actually thought he did superb in these series. He really gave a good fight. The only thing that was questionable
was the lack of aggression with the 3-gate. He could have probably came out a lot sooner, especially once he identified the Lings and Zealots were towards the southern hemisphere of the map.
Yeah, overall very well played, all 4 players.
Yeah, that was a pretty good series. I'm happy with that.
Yeah. That was a really good one to start off. So yeah. Bonyth Keke going to the next round.
Very well deserved, I would say.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, next.
Let's check it out.
Oh,
okay. Got Dark and Lopez's team going up against the organizer of this tournament, Fliz and UCM. Wait, was it you said? Is it Cano?
Yeah. Cano. Yeah, he might be UCM in game. Yeah. But it's Cano. Yeah.
Fliz and Cano going up against Lopez and Dark.
Yep.
This is going to be a good one.
Right. Yeah. PZ versus ZZ.
Let's get it. Spawning here in the top left, the tournament SLON organizer himself, Flizzardo, as Protoss. And his teammate in the top right, as Kano. And they're going up against Dark here in the bottom right, as Zerg. And his clan teammate in the bottom left, Lopez, as Zerg. 2 Zergs, man. Strongest 2v2 team.
Yeah, maybe so. I think it's the only double Zerg I've seen in this tournament.
Yeah, but they've been playing pretty good with it.
Yeah, absolutely. I know Fliz put in a lot of work to try and make the race distribution equal, to not get like double Protoss, double Terran kind of situations, because that's just it's just horrible to play with, really. And there seem to be a lot of Zergs in this tournament, so that's why, I think we've almost got a Zerg in every team, and then 2 in this one. So
yeah, well, I'd say Zerg is the most played race in 2v2 in the sense of you almost always have a Zerg ally, but it's just whether or not your teammate is Terran or Protoss kind of thing.
Yeah, that's
if it's not double Zerg.
Yeah, that's my only gripe with the random queue situation on Shield Battery at the moment, is that it doesn't take that into consideration. So, if you've got
get a lot of mirrors.
Well, no, it's actually that, the enemy could be double Zerg and then you're, double Terran, double Protoss, and it's horrible to play.
I guess don't play double Terran or double Protoss would be the solution.
Yeah, I mean, you can choose race in the countdown, but yeah, a lot of players can only play one race, so it's tricky.
Okay, well, Hatch is on a ramp here from Kano, whereas we've got the pool gas play from the team Zerg, Lopez and Dark.
Yeah, very aggressive opening, and Fliz going standard with the 1-gate gas. So yeah,
I mean, against 2 Zergs, he's got balls of steel.
Yeah, I mean, in this scenario, I do like to get that probe scout out very early, and often go for a 9-gate to be a lot safer, because you just never know when they're going to bust out this build.
Right.
Yeah, this is going to be tough. I imagine they're going to opt to go for the Protoss, so...
He has to go like a shield battery or something, right?
100% shield battery, and good that he's decided not to take his gas. I think that's a wise choice. Like, as in to mine from his gas.
You can't mine it right now, yeah. That's a lot of the time in 1v1 as well. If you see the rush coming in, you just don't mine the gas if you can't cancel it.
Yeah. Decent amount of probes here, and gets his second Zealot in time.
Well, I mean, this is good that they're doing counter pressure over here, because Dark, he's going to be able to bypass this sunken colony. He shouldn't. Okay, he's going to take that. I'm surprised he's taking that fight. I guess it doesn't make. It's not too bad of a play if they're going to reinforce, though. He's got more and more Zerglings showing up, but he doesn't kill it. So if they can just wall off and not let any more connections get on top of that sunken, it's going to be huge. A couple of Zerglings do manage to slip by. 2 hits do manage to finish it off. And that does really make Kano exposed now. Yeah,
it does, and it's just Ling Flood on both Zergs. Definitely a good option. Trying to get that second sunken up at home, but
they're going to be happy just to get the kill on this hatchery, though. They don't have to finish off Kano here. They just have to get compensation for the 9 pools. So killing this hatchery, that's about as good enough compensation as you can hope for, without actually killing your opponent.
Yeah, but
good catch on the Lings, though, with the surround. Yeah. Kano fighting back strong.
Yep. Great defense, I think.
Yeah, a few more reinforcements showing up, but Kano is at least keeping this hatchery producing lava for the time being, so we'll give him a lot more defensive opportunities and shutting this down, especially if he can get total control of this ramp again. There's trickles of Zerglings coming his way, but he has the defender's advantage.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's held on so well.
It's kind of shocking, right?
Yeah.
It's mad that he's keeping this hatchery alive. I feel like the SzybkiLopez kind of underestimated his ability to hold that. They kind of got a bit complacent. He doesn't even have link speed, so it's kind of insane.
Yeah, absolutely no tech. Both just opting for expansions.
And Fliz is going double Stargate to battle both Zergs simultaneously. This is a really nice play. Getting that air weapons online straight away. He can just go around hunting for overlords even if he doesn't have mutas to chew through.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, I was kind of curious about the choice of going double, because you sometimes can get completely countered if neither Zerg are actually going for lair and just kind of both going for Hydra, but as stands, seeing as they both went for expansion, there's no Hydra dens, there's nothing to contest that. Those Corsairs.
I do feel like Hydras is better than mutas in this situation for the Zergs.
Yeah.
I think it's a more universal unit that will give them not only more consistent value, but stop the hard counter of the Stargates shutting them down.
Yeah, Fliz somehow got 2 Zealots over here. I'm pretty surprised by that.
Amazing.
Yeah.
It's kind of amazing, because like this is like a wet dream for Kano right now.
Yeah, exactly.
He doesn't have to sweat it anymore.
Yeah, they see the Corsairs have been made, so they're kind of panicking at this point.
I mean, they're desperate to break up this ramp, I think.
Yeah, very difficult to break against these Zealots. There's a hell of a lot of Lings, though, but sunken made.
I think they might barely break through, but will there be enough to kill them? He needs a good drone drill to shut this down completely. They are starting to flood a little bit, but not enough. There's some Lings to block, buying some precious seconds for the drone drill to come online.
Yeah, he was also supply boxed as well, so that's why he couldn't make the Lings.
Pretty good defensive measures here to hold on the way he has. They're going to overwhelm this sunken eventually. There's a couple more units from Fliz to show up, though. It's going to reblock that ramp, hopefully, and deny reinforcements getting in here. They're going to have to just try and go for the hatchery as compensation.
Yeah, Fliz going to town on these overlords, though. Not looking good for the double Zerg team.
As long as he's on top of his task switching and keeps chasing down overlords, it's going to really start to stack up and hurt the Zergs. It's insane to me that this hatchery is still alive.
I know. And over 50% health as well.
I mean, there's a massive flood coming in now. There is one more Zealot showing up to slow down things. Maybe he can trickle out some more of his own defensive Zerglings to hold this ramp. He's got his own speed upgrade as well. So it's really helping out, getting a good line against the Zerglings trying to break the ramp. They are just barely going to breach that and start to overwhelm the hatchery now. But maybe it's too late. I mean...
Yeah, I feel like it's too late. Just getting one hatchery at this point, I just don't think it's enough.
The amount of commitment is kind of insane. I guess the one thing going for the Zergs is these expansions, but they haven't fully transitioned yet. The Hydra Den is on the way, but it hasn't even finished for Lopez. And meanwhile, it seems like Dark is staying pretty predominantly Zerglings only, and Kano's going to get a melee upgrade to trade out better against him.
Yeah, and the drone counts are just so low for the Zergs.
Yeah, it's not ideal.
Yeah, is Fliz opting to go for DT tech as well? Yeah,
I guess the one thing going for Zergs is there's not a big ground army from Protoss for a long time, so maybe they've got enough respite to build up strong from this point onwards, but they still haven't killed the hatchery. It's just mind-blowing. They've invested this much and haven't killed it.
Yeah, I feel like if they did get that like early on in the game, I think it would be looking very different. These Ling floods would have...
totally different game. I don't think they're even killing this Sunken in time. They're just going to hold.
Yeah, I mean, you're right, the Protoss would have a big army, but you don't need a big army when you have DTs.
The only thing is you should be more active with these Corsairs, seeing if you can find little pockets of weakness around the map. Obviously, there'll be spore coverage some places, but you never know. You should be checking all the corners of the map, just in case there is a straggler overlord.
Yeah, and also just to check the techs of the Zergs as well.
Yeah, see what Dark is up to in his main. I definitely agree with Lopez's choice to go Hydra here. It seems like Dark is going to go into Mutas, right? He's gone for Lair. Looks like he might be gearing up to consider that at least.
Yeah, it might just be Overlord speed, you never know. But yeah.
It's true. Well, I guess he's seen that there's not that many Corsairs, so maybe he's thinking he can seize their superiority away. And if you've got the Hydras for point defense as well, maybe he feels confident enough that he can go into Muta.
Yep.
Is that Spire? I guess Fliz hasn't expanded, so the Protoss isn't super scary.
Yeah. I'd imagine he's going to...
Oh, we've got DT in the middle. There's obviously not going to be an Overlord speed upgrade for quite some time. But it also is tricky for this Dark Templar to track everything down and do optimal damage, so they can just kind of play keep away and not lose too much to that. Okay, looks like Fliz and Kano wants to go for a big tack on Lopez's natural. There's two Sunkens, but the Hydras are out of position.
Yeah.
And these Sayers can do a lot of damage in the skies at the same time. Beautiful catch on the Hydras from Kano as well. Oh my days, that's insane. They're going to really overwhelm Lopez now.
Yeah, really good +1 Zealot timing from Fliz here, and then a lot of things to support. Yeah,
he's got 3 supply because of all those overlords going down. Like, Lopez is in a state of disarray, to say the least. There's even a DT here to help chew through all these reinforcing lings from Dark. Really good team play and strategy from Fliz and Kano all around.
Yep, I agree. Yeah, rare you see double 9 pool not do any damage. I think they split their attention. That was part of the problem.
They also got a bit complacent with the Ling micro when they were challenging the hatchery initially. They could have just been a bit more patient, waited for a few more rallied groups of Lings, and then overwhelm.
Yeah, whereas on the contrary, Kano was always at the top of his ramp fighting, so he always had a good arc. Yeah. He was much more patient.
Some Muta's trickling out now, but They're going to barely eat through some of the Corsairs. They're actually not going to win the fight. They'll kill like 2 or 3 Corsairs max, and there's still plenty of damage being done on the ground here. Full drone evacuation from the main base. They're going to go after the spawning pool now to shut down any unit production from Lopez. He'll only be able to make drones for a long time.
Yeah, I think the Zergs just didn't quite have enough time to get online, being so delayed by that double 9 pull.
Yeah. And now Dark has nothing to shut down this massive... It's like 4 DTs here. It's kind of insane. Even if you can see them, you can't kill them. Even if there was a Sunken in the main base, it wouldn't hold on against this.
Yeah, too much.
And look how quickly those Warp Blades kill the spawning ball. It's absolutely insane. Man.
Ooh,
well,
first elimination, I think, of the...
Yeah, I don't think we've seen an elimination before. Elimination.
Looks like Dark's going for the same strategy, not leaving until he's eliminated.
It's really well done from them, especially how Fliz managed to like ninja some zealots onto the ramp to help defend Kano as well. It's so clutch.
Yeah, I was trying to work out how he got there, because I thought, you know, did he sneak around the north side? But there is no north side. He just somehow got there.
I think it's a mistake from the Zergs not to have a spotter overlords towards the like center top to see what like, when the zealots are coming out onto the map, so they can get quick surrounds on them and stuff. Yeah,
really good combination of very good hold for an incredibly long period of time, and then Fliz just getting the right tech he needed to kill them off.
Yeah, this was a matter of just needing the right tool for the job, and he did exactly that. Really good game number 1 from them.
Yeah, very solid.
They have had really good chemistry in the past. I know you guys didn't hear me on that cast because of some technical difficulties, but we did talk a lot about how the natural synergy between them seemed pretty good compared to some of the other teams.
Yeah, because I mean, there's not too much communication going on between the two, but they seem to sort of have that synergy, like you're saying, going on in the back of their mind. You're like, all I saw that game was Kano was just asking, you know, is your speed ready? And Fliz said yes, and Kano says, all right, well, let's go then. Simple as that.
Yeah, pretty impressive. Let's jump right into game number 2. I'm excited to see more from these guys. Spawning here in the top center on Gaia, Fliz as Protoss. And his teammate down here at 6 o'clock, Kano as Zerg. And they're facing off against the 2 Zergs up in the top right, Dark. And the bottom left, Lopez.
Well, I will imagine they're not going to go for a double 9 pull this time. Didn't work last time, but you never know.
I mean, a broken clock is right twice a day. Maybe they'll just be like, might as well.
That's it. I mean,
go on. I was going to say, like, there's close spawns in the bottom, so you're going to see the 9 pull right away.
Yeah, because I mean, the interesting thing about human psychology is that if something works, you normally do it again, and then if something doesn't work, you normally change it. I don't know how good you are rock, paper, scissors, but you keep that in mind when you're playing against someone, and you win a lot more games.
Yeah, I think there's been some kind of like study where men are more likely to open rock first time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, women don't know. Women wouldn't choose rock first typically. Yeah, it's kind of an interesting study I saw ages ago.
Yeah, I saw that some people like to, like I say, they stick to the same one if they won again. And then another strategy is if you win, you move 1 to the right. So if you started rock, and then you win, you go to paper. And then if you lose, you go 1 to the left.
I also think that paper is the least used of the 3 statistically.
Yeah,
so
it is.
Rock feels strong.
Yeah. Yeah, I love me some rock, paper, scissors. There's even like a AI game out there that you can play against. It's
does
really
it learn
good.
your patterns?
It does. It learns all your patterns, like, and it saves all the history, of course, and just like can read you like a book. But, you can do counterplay because you know that it knows. So you try and work out what would you do if you were him.
Right.
Yeah, but then if you don't mind wasting a few hours just for a couple of games of rock, paper, scissors, it's definitely definitely check that out.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Like Kano's gone for Bit of a safer opening here.
Yeah, in main.
Like was that a 12 pull into hatchery, something like that?
Yeah, it looks like that.
12 pull into hatchery in main.
Yeah, and then 2 gate from Fliz.
I do like that from Kano. I think that's a very safe opening here. If you're going to go hatchery, I think you go 12 pull hatchery in the main like this.
Yeah, I mean the hatch ramp is kind of really far away, isn't it, on this map?
Yeah, it doesn't feel great. Especially when you know these two love to ramp up the aggression early.
That's it.
And they are going to be doing that, you know. They're going to be trying to run it down. There's even a drone here. They're going to sunken push him.
I like that choice.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah. But with the 2 gate from Fliz, he can actually help with counters, or even try and help his ally, maybe.
Yeah. I really love the potential of a sunken push from Team Dark here, because it just makes so much sense. It just, you know, completely negates the turtling.
Yeah, that's it. And technically he could have seen it coming, but I don't think he did.
No. And this second hatchery is going to help him place it right on the edge as well.
Yeah, I'm wondering the range. It looks like it would range this, wouldn't it?
I think so, but you could place it on the very top right.
Yeah.
You see how the creeper's spreading over here? I feel like he should be trying to place it around here.
Yeah, looks like he's agreeing with you there.
Or he's going to go far right and push the spawning pool on the edge of the hatchery here.
Oh.
Nice snipe from Kano.
Yeah,
he's got 2
excellent.
sunkens to back up, so it doesn't matter if he trades a few lings for that pick off.
Yeah, this completely shut down their whole strategy. Oh, wow.
Nice counter-attack from Fliz, getting a lot of drone kills. Even just the lost mining time is painful, so if you get any drone kills, it feels great.
Yeah, excellent choice here by Fliz.
Yeah, I don't think he's got enough time to kill the spawning pool, so he's going to wisely tuck behind the minerals. And some good trades. I mean, killing a decent amount of Zerglings with these Zealots as well as denying mining, getting 2 drone kills. It's a big win, I would say, for Team Fliz.
I mean, definitely just for 3 Zealots.
Very minimal investment for a massive return.
That's it. I mean, when Zzzero's got so few drones, just killing 1 or 2 kills, absolutely amazing.
And it hiccups there. Like, look at the money difference between Lopez and Dark right now. Like, that's how much lost mining time there was as well.
Yeah. Yeah, Kano's hard to kill.
Yeah. He's just going to make a 3rd sunken. He knows that he's the weak link here. If he gets overrun, they're in trouble. But if he defends, they're in a fantastic spot.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Very sneaky. And again, very minimal investment for a big return. This is completely shut down Dark in this game.
Yeah, I just realised he ran around this way. That's how we got there.
That's what I love about Gaia. It just allows so many creative plays.
Yeah, I mean, I agree from the observing standpoint. It's great for that, but yeah, in game it can be very frustrating to see these things just running in out everywhere.
Have an overlord down there, you know.
Yeah,
spot
simple.
That coming.
Yeah, have an overlord absolutely everywhere, then you'll be fine.
Simulated map action. Okay, well, I don't think this trade is going to go super good for Fliz, but trading off anything right now is not necessarily bad.
Yeah, I mean, they're pulling them every direction, aren't they? So even if the trades aren't great, then yeah, just kind of pulling their attention.
Lopez is going to go for an expansion now, which makes total sense. He kind of has to do some heavy lifting in this game, considering how far behind Dark is.
My God.
Even as an observer, it's hard for you to keep up with this action.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn. I mean, he's just all over Dark this game.
Yeah, I can't believe how much damage they've got from almost just like maybe 1 control group of Lings in those 2 attacks and 3 Zealots, and they've completely killed a Zerg.
The funny thing about it is that Dark can't make any Lings, so even with just a handful of Zerglings, he's going to overwhelm this position and like force the drones to not mine for a few extra seconds. It all adds up. You can just keep trickling up more and more.
How did these go out?
don't even understand.
Doesn't make sense.
No, he's like Neo. He can see the Matrix.
Yeah, I feel like
Find these little tiny niche timings.
Dark's only just kind of worked this out now. I think he's just like, there's no point me watching here, is there?
I should send my Overlord down there to check.
Yeah.
Oof. Yeah, without any ability to make any defenses, he's pretty much dead. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess Lopez is going to try and save him, but it's not really going to work.
No.
He's already lost the main hatchery now.
He's a lot's on the way.
Yeah, the drones even slowed the Zerglings of Lopez to get in here, so he gets both hatcheries because the drones were body blocking the speedless. That's crazy.
I know what it's like.
Come out on the map now with those drones. Use them to body block zealots or something. Drill. They're just going to tap out. GG is called. Does Lopez feel like he can win 1v2?
Well,
I guess anything's possible, but...
Yeah, he doesn't leave till he's eliminated, remember, so...
He's one of those really old school players.
Yeah, exactly. The rules are you've got to eliminate me. So I'm not leaving till that happens.
I mean, that's basically the game code of StarCraft, right?
Yeah.
You have to actually kill all the buildings till they're dead.
That's
but
it.
Not many people wait until that time.
That's why I'm hoping he doesn't switch race to Terran, because at this point he's going to lift everything, isn't he, and hide them everywhere.
Force you to build something other than Zealots and Lings.
That's it. Bringing back memories of early StarCraft days. They would always do that.
Oh man, I used to remember when, like, if you were an observer, because like back in the day you had to be a player slot to observe a lot of the time. You'd float off your CC, and there was a trick of actually killing all 4 of your own SCVs if you can like make them run at each other in a straight line and attack at the same time.
That was like the funnest thing you could do when you're observing. It's just like, can I manage to get them this time? It was really tough, wasn't it? You got to line them up like perfectly and get the acceleration down.
It was so
down.
hard to do.
Yeah,
so hard to do, but you could do it. No, really well played from Fliz and Kano, man. They've just got such good. Are they on voice comms or are they just that good? Because it does seem like they synergize so well.
I mean, from my perspective, Kano just kind of held in both games. He just held so well. And it gave Fliz like an unlimited amount of time to kind of do what he want, and under no pressure, Fliz made no mistakes, which is great to see.
Yeah.
But who knows what happens if they actually pressured him?
True. He was even building a scout, by the way, at the end there, just having some fun.
Oh, that's you can't be doing that. Okay, well,
pure memes. There was once a time where that actually was a thing, though. Like, Protoss players would sometimes make a scout, either if they were doing one base tech against Zerg, or if they were doing a way of countering, like, Terran, where, like, sometimes the scout could kill a tank or something.
Oh, what was that? What was that build, PvT? That disgusting build, where you'd, like, you'd make a scout into DT, into Arbiter. Oh, God, I can't remember.
Sound good.
No, it was disgusting. Like, this is why I think this was kind of the birth of when Terran started to hate Protoss, is because of that build. Because the idea was like that your scout makes them make Goliaths, and then you put in the DT, and then they're trying to like, do you know what I mean? They're just spending too much time trying to just deal with one unit. And then, they just kind of bust them with a recall or something.
Well, this was the era where Terrans didn't open up with, like, safety turrets to deny observers and stuff, so they were pretty exposed to anything in the air back then.
Right. Convincing win there, I think, by that team.
Yeah, I would say so. They look like the better... which is crazy, considering you're up against double Zerg.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think they almost went too aggressive. There's so many Lings in those games, and... yeah, not always ideal. Because, like, normally, they'll let one Zerg expand and the other guy has map control, but they sort of both went for map control. Didn't really work out. Right, so we got...
Oh, well. Napoleon's playing next. Okay, he's playing random, I'm assuming, in this 2v2, but he is a race-picking player in 1v1, so he's pretty comfortable with all the races. He plays in the BSL, he's pretty good.
Yep, really good player. Right, and Hellscream and Sting. Not too sure if you know those guys. They're Not too sure.
Not super familiar with them, no.
Yeah, I don't
Why do you know much about them?
Yeah, I mean, well, Hellscream is kind of legend. He beat Firebat Hero back in the day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, he doesn't really play much 1v1 anymore. I think he plays it a little bit, but yeah, he's very renowned in the 2v2 scene.
Nice. Let's see what they got for us today. Spawning up here in the top left, the Zerg Lime. And his teammate all the way cross map in the bottom right, playing random, getting Protoss, it's Naapoleon. Top right. It seems like they don't know the map, but it's going to be Sting as Terran. And he who doesn't know the map in the bottom left, Hellscream as Zerg. Like FS.
Yeah, I mean, no.
No, not really. I would say that's like the only thing that's similar to Fighting Spirit is maybe the spawn locations.
Yeah, that they're in the corners.
This is closer to Python than Fighting Spirit, just with the spawning locations being in the corner.
Yeah, I mean, I think before you start the game, you've got to at least look at that little picture of the map before you start, just know what's going on. But
so many people don't. You'd be surprised, especially the OG players. They have like a devil may care attitude when it comes to what map they're playing on.
Yeah, fair
Like
enough.
they're on autopilot, they just jump right on in.
I mean, he's Zerg, right? So if he doesn't know the map, you just make mutas, and it doesn't matter anymore. You know.
Look at his spawning pool placement. He doesn't care. Doesn't give a damn.
Right.
Yeah, if you look at Lime's placement of the pool here, much more, forward thinking.
Yeah.
And SimCity centric.
They're all talking about the map.
I'm gonna call it Fowie. I think it sounds funnier. Terran's going straight into factory, it seems.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where were we? CPDT. Okay, yeah.
2-gate from Naapoleon. That's to be expected. The only thing that's particularly spicy is this election to go straight into factory here. I mean, you can do it. It's pretty standard, but it's a little bit less common than 2 Rackspire.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think it's probably harder to play against and also harder to play with going factory in this. So, double-edged sword for sure.
Yeah, they can get vultures out on the map for a really good map control early on and have a much stronger tech timing if they do get into those tanks later on. Do you ever see 2-port Wraith in 2v2?
Yeah. You see it quite a lot.
Okay.
Even against ZP, you still see it. I mean, it's less likely, but you still do see it.
I was just considering, is he going to go 2-port Wraith?
Oh, yeah, he might do. I was just a bit sort of hung up on the fact he made his second depot before factory. That doesn't seem right, does it?
I could be crazy, but my brain is telling me 2-port Wraith. Like, I've casted so many games that sometimes I get these like spidey senses of like what might be happening here, and alarm bells went off that this looks like a 2-port Wraith, but I could be mistaken.
I mean, it's getting closer and closer to seeming that way because no second factory.
He's not making additional Marines. Like, sometimes you'll squeeze out at least a second or third Marine, even if you aren't going 2-port Wraith. But the fact that he wants to optimize his minerals so heavily makes me think it's more likely. Yep. There you go. Spidey senses were right.
Yeah, man. Right. Cannons on the way. This is when you're sort of expecting the vulture timing to be coming.
Yeah. And it's not like it's going to be a slow vulture, but it's not going to be like a heavy commitment into like a vulture war style. It's just, bare minimal map control. Pretty good surround on the zealots. He catches just one. It's a nice little pickup.
Ooh,
he actually gets into the main. I think even though this looks good, I think this might be a bit of a misplay unless they can follow up the attack. Like, it's only good sniping the cannon if they're going to keep doing damage here, I feel.
Yeah, but this vulture, if it gets in, okay, wisely choosing to block that. Or block it. Okay.
I mean, that looked good, but I don't think they're going to get much out of it.
I mean, it kind of sent Protoss through the loop there a little bit. I think he, he's still not mining gas.
Yeah, he's putting cannons for Lime on his ramp in the top left.
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, I think 2 cannons is too many.
I'm just laughing at Hellscream right now. He has 6 drones and the most interesting building placement.
Yeah. I mean, it's fine. Just get your ally to kill him.
It's fine. This is okay.
Exactly.
Cloak on the way for the Wraiths. Does take a good while for that to finish up.
Okay, yeah, so he knows it's Wraith now. Can he save the Overlord?
Yeah, I think so, just barely.
For now.
It might die eventually, but
yeah.
For now it lives. It stops him from being supply blocks temporarily. It's good enough to keep it alive for a few ticks to make a replacement.
Yeah, and then interesting, it also like keeps the Zerg back because enemy Zerg doesn't even have anywhere near a spore yet.
Yeah, Cloak finishes in like 5-10 seconds, but it's not a big deal if he eventually loses the Overlord as long as he replaces it ahead of schedule.
Yeah, so in this build order matchup, what Lime is looking for is playing quite defensively till he gets that speed up and sort of playing around his base, not to move out too much, otherwise that Cloak,
it's kind of the same in 1v1. You can't really move out without speed. Even with speed overlords, it doesn't always feel great unless you've killed a Wraith or 2. Yeah,
you just kind of want to stack up the Mutalisk and sort of capture anything in your kind of quarter of the map without just kind of going too deep and, like you're saying, getting your Overlord sniped and things like that. Yeah. Because even speed overlords...
is like the temple.
Yeah. Well, I think there's a gas under there.
Oh, is there?
I don't know. Yeah.
There is a gas under there. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, I completely forgot at least.
Well, you know Hellscream doesn't know it's there. He didn't know the map, so...
He thinks he's playing on Fighting Spirit right now.
That's it. Yeah, because the other thing is as well, like the speed overlords are actually still quite slow, annoyingly so. So your mutas move faster. So.
And Wraiths have superior range to mutas, so with good micro, you can really run rings around them. Toolings go micro.
Oh. Yeah, he's sort of saying he thinks he could break.
Okay.
I mean, he wants the Wraiths to be here.
Yeah, but...
Yeah, I think...
I don't know if that's a good idea still.
Yeah, I mean, probably not.
I mean, the Wraiths aren't chewing through all those Overlords and all those mutas.
No, and plus double cannon. Protoss. Okay.
Yeah, I think this is a reasonable tech choice here from Naapoleon.
Yep, I agree. Just a big solid army, basically, to start off with, and then tech behind it. Yeah, Lime is playing well, I think. You know, not overextending at all. And then back-teching to Marine Medic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Wraiths haven't been super successful, but they are kind of indirectly doing what they need to do in terms of keeping everyone locked into their base.
Yeah, that's it.
Gaining map control just by existing.
Yeah, I think it's just also one of those skill check things, you know, like Wraiths are waiting for someone to make a mistake. They can't really do anything on their own, and Lime did well to not make a single mistake, I think.
Mm-hmm. I think he understands, like, he can't be super cocky against Wraiths. He knows what he needs to do. But this Bio Wraith is going to be super interesting how it ends up operating. I mean, there are 2 cannons on the ramp, but it's only 2.
There's 3
okay,
now.
Third one, okay.
Great timing.
That's pretty good. Yeah. That's really good timing.
Only 2 lings, though, so they can break that easily, but...
Yeah, and the cannons are far enough back, though, that I think they might barely hold. It's just going to be tight.
It's a lot of lings, though.
Oh, the lings are going to flood in as well. Yeah, there's actually going to be a really deadly attack here. I'm glad they waited to go, and there's not much option to defend against this now. They can even completely overrun this main base of the Zerg. There's a few more mutas hatching out, but there's more Wraiths than mutas right now. Even with the +1 attack, it's not going to matter. Burst lasers help chew through that spore, and Gemini missiles finish off the mutas in the sky, completely ripping through Lime like he doesn't exist. This was a very well coordinated attack.
Yeah, this was really good. They, like you said, I'm glad they didn't go before. I think this was kind of the perfect timing.
This makes way more sense.
Yeah, and it's tough for Naapoleon to come in and defend because he's got to sort of sit up his ramp. I mean, maybe he could have been sitting here, but still, he's still miles away from it. Yeah, to help his
Graves could just evacuate and go and harass the Protoss on the other side of the map. These units will not get back in time to defend. Maybe he can snipe a High Templar or two.
Yeah, I'm struggling to think what they could have done. I mean, they could have dropped like loads of cannons, but that never feels good.
The High Templars. He gets it. Both High Templars go down. There is no vision here whatsoever. There is an Overlord just to the left, but if he snipes that, would be able to shut this down. It's like he's just going to go after the drones and make sure there's no chance of recovery. He does have enough minerals to make a hatchery. I don't think he wants to show that just yet, though.
Yeah, his muta count just wasn't high enough, I feel like. This is a lot of gas bank. Something went wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. He's trying to wait for the lava to move out of the way so he can make the hatchery so he doesn't waste them. But he could just make a Overlord and cancel. Pretty good links around from Hellscream to trade off some of these Dragoons. They are very important in shutting down the Wraiths in the sky, so killing anything right now is pretty king. The Wraiths can also maybe snipe some of these High Templars to stop the bio getting eviscerated. Where are the Wraiths?
Good question. Oh, they're home being repaired.
Pairing them up. That's okay, as long as you're doing something with them.
Yeah.
Just to be careful, there's a lot of storm. You need to keep dodging around, juking and jiving, because one good storm and this will all be dead.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's a tough ask for Naapoleon here.
I feel like the Wraiths are going to have a field day with this. Even the Lings are going to try and see if they can get a tactical snipe on a High Templar or two.
Can they get some storms out? That's good.
Down. Yeah, yeah. Baiting out storms, and there's enough Wraiths to, I think, two-shot the High Templars. He hasn't got, how many's he got? Wraiths? Is it 10?
Yep.
Okay. So if they all synchronize their shots, they can one-shot the High Templars, but it'd be so hard to get them to all synchronize. That's a pretty good storm, actually. Yeah. Only 3 Wraiths are left.
Yeah, good storm, but no storms left now for the Marines.
There's a couple back here, I think.
One.
At the natural.
Oh.
He's got 3 total.
God.
Trying to tickle these High Templars to death. Baits out a storm and kills a Templar. Ooh, this is super annoying.
Oh dear, no.
Yeah, there's only 1 High Templar remaining. These bio are going to be way more effective than they should be without that splash damage potential. There's a couple more High Templars making their way down the ramp. But even if this attack isn't super successful, Sting's got his expansion up back at home, so they're feeling fantastic in this 2v1.
Yeah, he was switched out to tanks. Got Vessel as well. Yeah, it's just a tough position, I think, for the PZ team in this cross map situation. And like I said, it's just difficult to play against Factory, and you don't know if he's going mass factories or going Wraith, and either option is quite hard to deal with.
I mean, they would have had to scout him and see that he wasn't making more than 1 Marine to put the puzzle pieces together. But yeah, it's pretty tricky.
Yeah. I mean, Terrans are tricky people as well. You could even be going mass Marines and just having, 2 Marines sit here and sit the rest of them back.
Yeah. Pretty good storms on the mutas, but he's still fighting an uphill battle. I don't know how he's going to come across the map and challenge Sting at the moment.
Yeah, and he's got to deal with 2 base Terran and Zzzero with +1 Lings and Muta. It's just, very, very tough situation here for Naapoleon.
Yeah, even the Muta's just soaking up a few shots of the Dragoons is a big deal because they take half damage since they're small against explosive damage type, so makes the Marines have so much more staying power than they would usually.
Yeah, these 4 tanks, there's just not enough to deal with these 4 tanks, I feel.
Yeah, the fact that he's getting any help from the Zerg at all is already going to put a massive wrench in Napoleon's comeback potential.
Oof,
how do you even challenge these tanks here?
Yeah.
This is going to be a rough one for Napoleon, I feel like. I don't think there's much he can do about this.
Yeah, Sting playing
the Terran makes a massive mistake.
Yeah, Sting looks like he's not looking to do that. It's just sort of very slowly, methodically moving forward.
Yeah, the only thing that could really lose him the game is if he overextends with the tanks and gets them caught unsieged as they're sieging up. But doesn't look like that's going to happen.
No, I think he, even if this army got completely nuked right now, I think it's still really tough for Napoleon to do anything.
Yeah, pretty much. Hellscream's even gonna expand and really make it into a tougher game.
Yeah, Hellscream just wants to end it. End his suffering. Sting being ever patient though.
I appreciate Sting a lot, just making sure there's no chance of throwing the game. He's even got enough for a couple of D-matrixes soon. Well, Napoleon's going to try and challenge it, but there's one of those D-matrixes. He's almost got energy for a second in a few seconds here. Pretty good storm on the bio. That's another massive storm. Oh man, it feels like one of those UMS maps where you've got like a few units to defend with, but you need perfect storms to do it.
Yeah, he did an amazing job there. These sort of situations, I just feel bad for the player, he's playing really well, but there's just nothing he can do. And Sting just won't throw away his army for nothing. So
I feel like this was a bit of a mistake from Lime more than Napoleon in this game. He just under-defended and under-respected the damage potential.
Yeah, I think it's just the lack of mutas. He could have had a lot more mutas. I think he did something wrong, which wasn't paying too much attention to it. Yeah, so kind of a clean victory there from Sting Hellscream.
I would say so, yeah.
Really good attack timing on the Zerg.
Yeah, they seem to be outclassing Hellscream and Lime ever so slightly.
Apparently the mini-map's better.
I mean, Napoleon and Hellscream.
Apparently the mini-map's better in multiplayer, according to Fliz, so I'll take his word for it.
Yeah, go on. Game number 2.
Right, so Mono for Hell, Sting.
3 Zergs with the random.
Yeah.
This is gonna get all kinds of spicy.
Boss.
Of course. Great idea, Fliz.
Yeah, god damn it, Fliz. Ruining everything. Try one more time.
Oh, man. Oh, there we go.
Right, Anaconda.
Big brother to Python.
They made a new Anaconda film. A remake.
With Jack Black, right?
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I love the first one so much, so I'll definitely watch it.
Alright, spawning here in the top left. Playing random and getting Zerg, Napoleon. And his teammate up here in the top right, Lime, also a Zerg. Double Zerg action. And they're going to be going up against Hellscream in the bottom right, as Zerg, and his teammate in the bottom left, Terran, Sting.
Right, it's all up to the Zergs to dictate the map at this point, with whatever builds they choose.
Well, it's interesting because Napoleon's a Zerg player, despite being a race picker, but he doesn't like ZVZ, which is why he's a race picker. Oh. So I wonder how he's going to play 2v2 Zerg.
Do you know why he doesn't like it? Is it because of the coin flippiness of it, or?
It might just be he's not much of a micro player. I don't know.
Right. Yeah, you need to be really good at that meter micro.
It's a bit chaotic of a matchup if you're not really razor sharp of keeping on top of your control.
Yeah. Okay, 9 pool, lime, and overpool.
Very I guess the mineral optimization is not too bad. I think players are a little bit off with their mining, but we could attribute that to the map being a little bit suboptimal as well.
Yeah, I often find foreign players have no idea how to mineral optimize, to be honest. I think that was only really in the Korean scene that they cared that much about the game. You know, I don't think foreigners really looked into it too much. And there also just isn't the videos out there like you find in Korea of all that kind of stuff. Because, you know, I'm sure they've got, you know, they learn from almost day one how to mineral optimize just because they've been shown how to do it on a Freaker or wherever. But yeah, we just have a kind of a lack of that kind of particular knowledge getting out there to the public.
Whereas there's crazy amounts of tutorials from like pro gamers and stuff. So if you speak Korean, you've got a wealth of information to learn from.
Yeah, that's it. Right, 9 pool speed. I guess this was a 12 hatch.
Looks like it. And another gas from the Terran. Mining 3 on gas for quite a while. Let's see if he takes any off gas or if he might be thinking about another 2-port Wraith. Don't see a second Marine started for now, but that could change.
Yeah. I don't know how good 2-port Wraith would be against double Zerg. Because, I mean, you're probably up against 2-base Muta, so it's not really going to fare too well for Wraiths.
Well, it looks like he might still be going for it. No second Marine and still mining 3 on gas. It seems like it's going to be that.
Things coming cross map. I'm kind of caught out a little bit. There's only 4 lings though. Yeah, and he's got these speed lings here, so it looks like these lings are going to be cleared up pretty easily. Okay, speed just kicks in. Can he get out? Okay, he gets out with most of them, 5. That's fine.
Not too bad.
Did he get a drone?
Maybe?
I feel like he did. I saw him targeting one and I kind of lost my attention for a second.
I didn't see where it went. I didn't see if it died or if he hit it.
Yeah, he might have pulled it back, but you know, just sort of denying that mining. Okay, he's going for the 2-port Wraith.
I'm not too surprised to see that. You kind of have to do that if you're mining that much gas.
Yeah. Then just pure ling from Hellscream.
Patience, Hellscream.
You're right, he's got like copy pasted at this point, just spamming. wait.
He's like a Decepticon with too much hate in his heart. He just wants to go and cause mayhem.
Speed run the game, just get it over with.
Safety Sunken coming up for Lime here. It's got quite a few lings on the ramp as well. Looks like he is worried about being broken, so he's even going to double down with a second Sunken, potentially here.
Ooh, 2 slipping.
Are coming into play, so that second Sunken might be necessary. First Sunken already taking quite a bit of damage before it's even finished. A little bit of mis-targeting from Hellscream there. Could have do more damage to the lings faster, but was really tunnel visioning on these sunken colonies. But the vultures get into the main base, which is the main thing.
Yeah, see how good the micro is.
So close to dying. I think with speedlings, you should clean this up.
Yeah.
It's only if like the Zerglings are on attack move can the vulture bully these. If you manually try and attack the vulture with move commands before attacking it, it's pretty hard for the vulture to kill them all.
Yeah, I mean, got quite a lot of kills over that vulture, and overall, I think that was good.
Could kill some drones. I don't think he's targeted the drones yet in the Napoleon's natural. Top left natural.
Ah, thank you.
He killed a drone.
Will Scourge come out? Got 1 kill.
Something. I think he could have got 2, but he was kind of just leaving them there. And they were shooting the Sunken or something rather than the drones.
Ah, right.
Yeah, he could have easily gotten an extra drone kill there. But they softened up the Sunken so the lings can come in.
Yeah, all part of the plan.
Help kill that. Yeah.
Mutas are popping, yeah.
I mean, they can shut this down, but I don't think the Spire's the right target here. Kill with a drone or two.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't got quite enough lings to do much, but yeah, I agree. Just going after getting one drone would be nice, but just being annoying is something too. Oh, actually gets a drone.
Yeah, he's distracting the mutas on the right while this ling is a little bit annoying. Not going to find a second, but he does deny mining as a result. Wraith's coming here to punish Lime a little bit. Spore's on the way, but it's a while from finishing. Killing quite a few of these drones.
Yes, there's a lot of damage.
Good connections from the Scourge on those. But the damage to Lime is insane. He's got one drone chipping a chair.
We need sometimes.
Luckily, he's got a second one popping out just now, so he'll eventually claw his way back. It's not the end of the world, but he can't make any more. He's supply blocked. These Wraiths have been almost too successful in these games.
Yeah, and then comboed with that Vulturelist doing a crazy amount of damage as well. I think, like Sting has done really well. Oh, he's going for Volks.
Valkyries.
Love to see it.
Wow.
Can you Valkyrie micro?
Yeah, the slide micro is very tricky unless you have good knowledge and execution.
You know, it's not so bad. If you know how to do it, it's not so bad. It's just, it's really hard.
Doing it in a game. It's like in my Muta micro maps, I can play like a crazy madman.
Yeah.
In an actual game, it doesn't always pan out that way.
Yeah. When the Marines just stim forward and they're underneath your Mutalist, and you just kind of get caught out, then yeah, things are bad.
Just dive right on in there.
Wow.
I just want to bump bellies with the mutas and not let them get out of range. I mean, it does the job.
Yeah.
Maximum damage output there.
It's huge damage.
Parascourge, try and find a target. Not quite able to.
Oh, did he go for that? I think
he went for it. He went for the slide micro, but lost a Valkyrie. He's lost two now. He needs to be a little bit more careful with these Valkyries. They're a very expensive unit. I can't believe he's just running it down with the Valkyries like this. Is kind of insane.
Yeah, it's a shame because there was two more in tow, which would have helped.
He could have like 5 Valkyries of +1 right now, and then he would be able to rip through the Scourge, but now he can't so easily. Looks like Napoleon's going to throw down a den and switch his tech up a bit since he's seen the Valkyries.
Since when did his Spire die? What?
You're not keeping up with the action, crazy.
Jesus, too much action.
Ling's going to split off into the main and the natural, making Napoleon's job of defending that much harder. Killing so many drones in the process as well.
Yeah, Hell's done a really good job with his Lings this game. Super annoying.
Luckily, Napoleon's got a pretty strong economy, so he's still got 19 drones after all that damage. So luckily he was a bit greedy. It's going to help him recover from that. Looks like Sting's going to dive bomb into Lime's base, who was in recovery mode himself. And does manage to supply block him yet again, keeping him locked on 10 drones for now.
Yeah, kind of dire straits for the double Zerg team here. Not where you want to be at this point in the game.
I mean, maybe the tech switch from Napoleon will be great the longer this goes on. But we'll see. Hellscream kind of ahead of schedule as well. Sting having to keep him in line by saying wait. Valkyrie's putting a lot of pressure. I mean, there's Hydras, but they don't shoot these fast enough. They're going to have an absolute field day hunting down these overlords in the sky as well. Some Scourge looking in to make some connections, but the Lings will now overwhelm the Hydras easy without that Muta support. At least he's maintaining the health of these Valkyries a lot better this time around. He's got 7 with +1 weapons. Watch how quickly they kill overlords. It's kind of insane.
Yeah, rips them apart. Yeah, I think these Lings did a really good job this game, just being really annoying.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
that's going to be GG.
Not much they could
do. Wow. Really well done from Sting and Hellscream, making Wraith opening look super strong in 2v2.
Yeah, I think Mango's right in the chat there. He managed to tame Hellscream, and that's what I think won the series.
Yeah.
I think if Hellscream can learn from that, just a little bit more patience, and then like he just plays a really good game. Yeah, I mean,
it did seem like Sting was able to rein him in a lot there.
That's it. Yeah, and Sting did great on his part as well.
Yeah. Hellscream did great in supporting with those Zerglings on the ground, but it also came down to Sting identifying when to pull back on the collar and lead of Hellscream to keep him in check so he could actually synergize with him better.
Yeah, and he sort of found a weakness as well, that they're not doing great against the Wraiths. I mean, it's definitely difficult to play against Wraiths, so, and Sting did use them very well.
Yeah, I would say so. We could have seen more patience from him in running it down with the Valkyries initially and let them build up to a healthier count first, but besides that, it was good.
Yeah, I mean, he probably just felt like, you know, the game's already won at this point. Let's just...
He probably assumed that there might not have been enough Scourge production, so he could just try and run it down.
Okay, yeah, convincing 2-0 there. Unfortunate for the Lime Naapoleon team. I think they did fine, but yeah, I think Sting just kind of picked them apart a little bit, and then Hellscream with great support.
Yeah. Looks like we got some good players coming up next as well. We've got Strudel, as well as GosuFear and Zzzero. Wait, did they not play against each other already earlier on in the tournament?
I don't know. My memory is terrible.
I think so. I think they were strong individually, but not great as a team compared to GosuFear and Zzzero, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Ivan, a fellow streamer, and obviously Zzero's as well, so there's a bit of a streamer battle going on. And obviously Strudel as well, big streamer. Yeah,
Strudel's a pretty good Terran player.
Yeah, really good 1v1 player. And I think he teaches as well, doesn't he?
Probably.
Like, has like students.
If you're a good Terran, you tend to have people flock to you looking for answers. It kind of goes hand in hand with playing Terran, man.
Teacher Terrans. Righto, the fighting spirit, not fighting spirit map.
Let's get it. Spawning here in the top left as Zerg, Ivan. And his teammate up here in the top right, Strudel as Terran. And they're up against Mr. Bombastic himself in the bottom right as the Zerg, it's Zzzero. Playing alongside GosuFear in the bottom left as Protoss.
Right, easy.
What we like to see.
Yep, very dynamic matchup.
Yeah, lots of different power spike timings for the two respective teams. Kind of need to capitalize on those windows before they close.
Yeah, I think this is one of those matchups where scouting is the most important. Obviously, scouting is one of the most important things in the game, but it's the constant scouting in this matchup. You need to kind of really understand not what they started with, but also what they're going towards, because it's so dynamic, things could just change up in 30 seconds, and you've really got to be on top of that.
That makes total sense. Zzzero just confirming that there is a second gas under that. GosuFear saying, yep. You can actually see a little bit of the gas popping out on the sprite there.
That's it. Right, 9 pool. 9 pool gas. I think that's 9 pool. Yeah, 9 pool.
Let's see if we're going to see some pretty standard play elsewhere. I imagine there's no reason GosuFear wouldn't go 2-gate here, but he could be spicing it up. But I think it will be 2-gate.
Yeah, I mean, you do actually have the option if you want to go 1-gate if your ally is going 9 pool. I would say it's definitely on the riskier side of things, but you can do it just because that 9 pool will have enough map presence on its own. But yeah, it can get a bit dicey. Is all I can really say. You're going to have to definitely be in tune with your ally to want to be able to do that.
Looks like we got a hatchery first here from Ivan. With a spawning pool following behind. Lagging with the gas. I think he wants to optimize his drone count ever so slightly before taking that.
Yep, and they notice that he's going for mass marines, so fairly standard opening from TZ team. Like you said, it's a bit. The only thing a bit different is how slow that gas is, but
yeah,
it's not. It's not a fault by any stretch of the imagination. It's just a choice.
Well, probe a little bit locked down.
Ooh.
Gonna try and get the SCV kill, but doesn't. And gonna be killing that with the SCV still alive on 5 HP. Nice little pickup.
Yep.
I guess the Lings can pressure this. Is there a second Marine? There is not. So the Lings could be a little bit annoying. Maybe kill just this one SCV at the bare minimum, force a repair bill or something. You can just run the Lings that are being targeted down one at a time to put more and more damage onto that depot, but it's not a big deal. It's rare that you'll actually kill that.
Yeah, exactly. Like you said, it ups the repair bill, doesn't it? It's interesting to only see one Marine and not pumping Marines.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's gone 2 racks and he's not utilizing the production from them. Definitely a bit of an interesting situation.
Yeah.
I mean, the Zerg's got a second sunken colony, does Ivan. Zealots and Lings pressuring, trying to look for drone kills here. Second sunken will hold with drone drilling, but if he gets a few kills on those drones, it'll be pretty huge, even if they do eventually hold. 2 Zealots going to town on one of those sunkens, but now switch up the target firing a little bit. I feel like the Gosu should have maybe just gone straight for the drones as well and helped out, but it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, something that Zzzero probably doesn't know as a 1v1 player is that he ran his Lings in first, and the Zealots were behind.
The Zealots should be tanking for sure.
That's it. And then Zealots sort of fight the Lings, and then your Lings have then got free reign on the drones.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's one of those things. So once you know, like you say, it makes sense. But yeah, if you don't know, Zzero's 1v1 player, isn't he? So he's just going to run his Lings in. He's not going to be thinking about Zealots.
I know from playing 3v3, people do not consider those things usually. They're just streamlining their Lings in while the Zealots are on their way.
That's it. I mean, yeah, there's no brake pedal in 3v3, is there? You don't wait for nothing.
To their detriment most of the time.
Yeah, but it's just a bit of fun, isn't it? 3v3, so
true. He's going to be blocking his second gas, carrying more for Sim City. He's worried about follow-up attacks.
I am insanely confused what this Terran is doing.
He must be going drop, right? Like, the only thing I can think of is that he's doing drops, but it's so crazy that he's limited his unit production so much.
How do I?
Okay, he's not. He's just rushing vessels off of hardly any bio. This is the most insane thing I've seen in a long time.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm too confused. I'm gonna have to look away. I'll look back later when things hopefully make more sense.
Yeah, maybe he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, that's it.
I think we do. Looks like Zzero's going to start trickling in that second gas, although it is very far away, so you don't get anywhere near optimal mining from that.
Yeah, and it being underneath as well is never good mining, so it looks like definitely need 4.
Wait, it's underneath and off to the side.
Yeah, it's horrible.
It would have been better if Zzzero put this hatchery flush with his other one, then that wouldn't be so bad, but he hasn't done that.
Yeah, I think, quite a few, if not the majority of players are playing this map for the first time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I would make that mistake as well if I was playing on it. It's only in hindsight can you see that clearly.
That's it, yeah. You'll know for next time. Okay, good spore coverage here, but really good spore coverage, really. The only problem is he blocks off the gas, but I don't think he'll need that for a long time. Ooh. Okay, loses Zealots for free.
Looks like he wants to get into Templar tech pretty quickly here, which makes sense, especially if you're up against bio. Although he'll have vessels, so it's interesting because usually like Terrans are kind of strapped for scans, but having the vessel out does give you mobile vision very early on. Makes the DT play a little bit less potent, maybe, but catching the medics is insane.
It's really good.
Wow. I guess he could still maybe do something out on the map with these Marines, but I kind of feel like Marines are so naked without medics.
Yeah, no, they are, definitely. That's why it's what made Brew War, I think, one of the greatest things they added is the medic, because, yeah, Marines on their own, just worthless, really.
Do you know what's funny is they were actually considering not adding the medic, because they were worried about making Marines too strong.
Well, they did make Marines too strong, but but no, you definitely need the medic.
I guess it balances out. We have a few other units.
Yeah.
Like the Lurker, for example, helps counter those Marines.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. No, I think that they made the medic right. You know, even giving him the base armor, I think was really a wise choice to do.
Yeah, I mean, Bio is very strong, but I don't think it's OP. No. It is OP, but everyone else has OP things as well, so it kind of balances out.
Yeah,
you know?
I think that's what people forget in all video games, really, is that there's always an OP unit, so you can always complain that Defilers are OP. It's like, yeah, I understand that, but so are Vessels, so
you're not exploiting your OP units enough is the problem.
That's it, yeah, exactly.
A little bit of a check with these Mutes, see if they can get something done. Force out an irradiate and then a split off. Ooh, this actually worked out way better than it should have.
Yeah.
He did an amazing job of splitting those.
He baited himself into that.
Yeah. As Terran, though, ideally you want to try and target the Muta on underneath.
Yeah.
You'll see, like, with good players like Flash, they'll click on the very edge of the Muta pack and target, like, a stray pixel, so that it's much harder to split off the Mutas.
I have no idea what that's going to mean.
I love it when players try and communicate information so fast it just comes out like a goblin.
It's like, you figure it out, I've got things to do.
Okay, now he's finally producing a lot of bio. Kind of gone for this crazy Terran style of getting the vessels out super early and delayed his infantry as a result.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine, especially when opponent's always really going to go for early DT, so vessels are double handy against the Mutas.
No, I do like it for sure. I think it's good in this situation. And he is going to be expanding gradually.
Oh, we managed to pick off that spore.
Ooh, he suffered them up while they were building, so it has really opened up the position for Ivan to be exploited.
Oh, unfortunate.
And he does target the low HP Muta with the Radiate, which is unfortunate. It's another thing most players don't bother doing, like manually left-clicking to make sure the Muta you're irradiating is actually healthy enough to do a lot of damage before it dies.
Yeah.
You probably will not see that unless it's a pro level. It just is what it is. Even at the pro level, they're pretty lazy with that kind of stuff, generally speaking.
Yeah, another thing I actually see in terms of
Go on.
laziness of the Zerg is I find when you've got that one flock of Mutas, which is essentially everything you have, you should be hotkeying three at a time into each hotkey, and then you can split so much smoother.
Well, you don't have to necessarily hotkey 3 at a time, but like in the control 1, it's like everything, and control 2, 3 have been deselected, control 3, more have been deselected, so that you can just go 1 right click, 2 right click, 3 right click, 4 right click, and they will split off.
Yeah, that's what I meant. You explained it better. I've always wondered, like, you know, back in the day when you see the 1v1s and they just split, like, fan it out, like, almost instantly. How could you be that fast? I mean, maybe they were that fast, but yeah,
it's hotkeys and manual clicking at the same time. They're doing both.
Yeah.
I like the pre-spread on the Marines to make storming a little bit less valuable here.
Yeah.
It's going to really shut down splash damage value. That's an okay storm, but not getting as many as he would like. But he does bait the Marines to the cannons a bit. Tries to go after the High Templar with the mutas. Ivan still helping out despite not having that much in the sky.
Ooh, irradiated full
That's
HP.
got 200 energy as well.
Yeah,
that's a big pickup.
Bad news bears.
I mean, Zzzero does have better muta micro than Ivan, so he's going to do a lot of heavy lifting to reduce this bio count here. Zell's going to come out on the ground as well to shut this force down.
Yeah, really good muta micro as expected from Zzzero.
Yeah, he knows his stuff.
Yeah, he does.
He doesn't play a lot, but he knows the game.
I think it's like riding a bike as well, isn't it? Once you learn how to muta micro, then it kind of stays with you.
You might be a bit off with your your macro cycles or something,
Yeah.
but things like muta micro are pretty internalized.
It's just about sort of knowing the timings, isn't it? And knowing the distance. Knowing the timings of the shot, like when it refreshes and that distance as well.
It's almost like a rhythm game or something.
Yeah.
You have the attack animation just locked into your body clock, and you can just maximally exploit it.
Do you know if is it all attack? I don't know what to call it apart from like attack refresh. Is it all It's all slightly random, isn't it? Because I know it is with the dragoons.
There's very razor thin margins, but
Right.
I don't think it usually comes. It can stop you sometimes one-shotting something if you only got like 5 mutas and you need them to one-shot probes, and you're trying to hit the timing on the millisecond. You might notice an issue. But most muta micro players have an ever slight delay on when they're making that shot to guarantee they can all fire.
Yeah, exactly. Just when that timing is definitely refreshed rather than it being too early or in the middle or anything like that. Okay, it looks like we're sort of onto the skirmish side of the game now. Everyone's kind of set up with their armies. Protoss has moved out. It feels like he's got enough. Only thing missing from the Protoss army is that Dark Templar.
Dark Archon or?
Sorry, yep, Dark Archon.
Yeah. Well, he's going to try and take his third base. I guess that's something. I mean, even if you don't have the DA, having a third base is kind of necessary because the Terran is kind of insanely strong on 2 base if they get a good EMP at least. I guess with good storms you can negate that, but one good EMP can really turn things around.
Yeah, did he go for the EMP?
He's researching it now.
Okay.
He's not got it finished, but he's going for it. Ooh. Being forced to trade out some irradiates against these mutas. A lot of splash damage being done to the mutas of Ivan while this is going on. So kind of hurting his teammate as well in the process.
Yeah, this is why the Dark Archon is needed, is actually to fight the vessels, because Zzzero can't really fight... Well, Zzzero can't fight the vessels, but yeah.
From Zzzero. Straight from Strudel to send his vessels out to the left rather than rejoining with the bio.
Yeah, and Zzzero capitalising on that, knowing that you don't want that vessel ball to get absolutely humongous.
It's one of the only things that can stop them in their tracks this game. And the storm on the ramp would be crazy as well. I feel like he should leave at least one Templar to go for that.
Oh, she's going for the drones.
It's not a bad play. A lot of drones being absolutely wiped out. But now there's not much storm left over for the bio, so they're going to trade pretty good. Ivan with 11 drones. Didn't really take crazy losses. Could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, interesting decision to storm the drones. Like, at least you definitely get value for that rather than Marines just sort of storm dodging. But like you said, if it was just sit the Templars here while the Marines are trying to move up, then could have been game winning.
And the goons can tactically snipe the hatcheries away from the... Ooh, very good bomb. Yeah. You see how bad Scourge are? They kind of just stop and look at the vessel before connecting.
Yeah, God, they are the stupidest, most stupid unit. But I mean,
you have to really manually control them.
They are blind, though, aren't they? I think.
Pretty much. I think in the lore they are blind.
Yeah, I don't think they have eyes, so they do well for something who can't see anything.
I've just got this image of them flying around with a stick, trying to feel for where the vessel
is. That's it. Yeah. Okay, I mean, it looks like the PZ team have got quite a lot of dominance here, and then with that third base up and running as well, I think they're in a really good spot.
Well, I think Zzzero is going to be leaps and bounds over Ivan in this game.
Yeah.
As long as the Protoss doesn't make any critical blunders by getting all of his Templars and Archons EMP, this should be a pretty good game for them.
Yeah,
especially with the third base.
Really great composition by the Protoss as well, I feel.
Yeah, it's almost perfect.
Yeah.
But needs to be careful with that EMP. Like 2 EMPs and this entire army's in trouble. Where's an irradiate? There is enough to EMP on one of the vessels, but he didn't go for it. I think he's looking for that EMP now.
Yeah.
See if he can find it. The Archons are really good to EMP. Oh, he's just going to radiate. Okay. I thought he was going to EMP the Archon and the Templar.
Yeah, I mean, with that bunched up Protoss army, it was almost perfect spot for an EMP.
At least he's getting some value with the irradiates, but I feel like 1 EMP needs to be gone for here against this composition, just because of the Archons tanking so much as well.
Yeah, but I mean, he does kill the Templars, so Protoss sort of recognises he can't. His army is very flimsy without that storm. But now he regroups.
I think Strudel just wants guaranteed value rather than risking it.
Yeah.
Oh, the storm could be huge.
Oh. Beautiful. Oh, excellent.
Man. I mean,
yeah,
that's painful. GosuFear is 50 supply in advantage of Strudel right now. Ivan is so far behind the curve of the game. He can't do a lot from helping out. He's trying to target down some of those high Templars in the back line, but he's not really surviving the onslaught of Zzero's mutas, helping protect those in the sky as well. Another irradiate comes down onto some of those mutas. Kind of crazy how insane this game has been in terms of chaos, but seems like Team Zzzero and GosuFear just having a better understanding of how to get the maximum value out of their army compositions.
Yeah, I feel like this force is going to be enough now to break the Zerg. He's even got 3 storms banked as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Strudel got his 3rd up, but the army's not quite there.
I don't even know if they need to kill the Zerg, though, you know? I feel like as long as they just deny the expansions, it doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah, but you might as well.
You might as well. Maybe I'm crazy, but I just feel like trading army into static D, that will soon be useless, is a bit sub-value, but it is what it is. He kills off the Templars with his mutas. There's a big counterattack coming in the bottom right, it looks like. Strudel trying to see if he can find anything with his army down here, but
yeah,
just like GosuFear is just everywhere. He's got units all over the map and some forces of Zzzero trying to help catch those vessels in the sky. Gets 2 good connections. Beautiful storm as well. 2 vessels going down to the Scourgeon with good chase micro with the mutas. Those are some high energy vessels. One of them has really high energy and it's going to go down. Oh.
Yeah, really good catches by the PZ team. Finds this hidden expansion.
That's a funny little ninja expansion.
Yeah, it is.
It's transferring drugs over here as well.
Oh no. I mean, it's not.
It was a nice idea. It was a nice idea to try and take that base.
Yeah.
There's a chance that it doesn't get spotted, but there are overlords hovering nearby to see the creep. Well, I guess Strudel does have 3 bases, but I don't know if he can pull this one out of the bag. I feel like Zzzero is still strong enough to support GosuFear to a victory here, and Gosu could almost take this 1v1 at this point without much problem.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, his army composition is looking really strong this game, so that's kind of a mistake he could be making, but he hasn't made.
That's our 2nd elimination for the day. We don't usually see those.
Okay, instant GG. That's fair enough.
That's good GG timing. I like that.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I mean, he sort of could have played it out like you said. He had 3 bases, but yeah, it was going to be very, very tough.
Yeah, I don't think he's winning that. Not against this level of player, anyway.
Yeah, exactly. All right. First game goes to Zzzero. Gosu.
Yeah, pretty interesting way to start this series.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like, I mean, that's the funny thing is like Strudel's not a bad player and neither is Ivan. It just feels like not only is Zzzero and Gosu GosuFear strong individually, they seem to have good natural team chemistry on top of that.
Yeah, and they're sort of moving towards a common goal as well.
Yeah.
Right, let's see.
It's almost like a group of space marines or something, not even needing to communicate. They're just always walking forward towards the end goal.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Plan is already in their head. Right, Anaconda chosen again. Anaconda's a map on fuel battery, so I feel like that's why it's getting chosen quite a lot. People know this map.
It does seem like a balanced Python.
Yeah.
Alright. Once again, spawning in the top left, Ivan, as he seems to like that position. His teammate also liking that position in the top right, Strudel. But a little bit of a role reversal. We've now got GosuFear down here in the bottom right as Protoss. And in the bottom left, last but not least, Mr. Bombastic himself, Zzzero as Zerg.
Already using the lava move trick.
You got to do that. You got to do the stop lava trick to get them over there on the left.
Oh, weird.
If you don't know how to do that in 2025, there's no hope for you.
Yeah, time to quit Rude War. I think if you can't do that.
The only thing I'll let people off of if they forget to do that when they're hatches on the ramp and they can trick the lava over to egg block close to the ramp and stuff. That's a bit more advanced, but still really good.
Yeah, I love it when they do that with SimCities on in the natural.
Yeah, I do that in 3v3 a lot. As soon as I'm getting attacked, I'm lava tricking my hatcheries to block the gaps between my SimCity, and just laugh in the face of so many Zzzero.
Yeah, I'm sure they've just never seen that before. It's like, oh, you're so lucky, so lucky your lava's there.
They try and attack into you, and they either instantly give up or commit and lose everything. One of the two.
Right, Overlord's gonna meet.
Loving kiss from the Overlords here as they meet at the 9 o'clock. Just gonna touch
tentacles.
Touch tentacles. There you go. I'm thinking what parts of their body would be touching.
All right.
They've almost got these dangling claws or something.
I don't know. They're creepy. The more you look at them, the creepier they get. You know.
There's so many Zerg units like that. Like the Lurker, for example. When you just take a glance at it, it looks totally normal. But you zoom in on it, and it's like, what am I looking at?
The most mind-blowing thing to me was the vulture that has a man sitting in it. Have you seen that? I did not see that. Artosis brought it up about a year ago. I was just I've been playing this game for so long and I've never noticed a man sitting in there.
I think it was 2005 or something. I noticed the turret has a man sitting in it that spins around. That's even funnier.
What?
Can you imagine? Yeah, the turret has a little man in it.
You're lying.
I'm telling you, if he makes a turret this game,
oh my
zoom
God.
in on it.
Yeah,
it's a little SEV-like unit that's sitting inside the turret that's just constantly spinning around. I mean, you must like going to the fair.
Yeah, he was so dizzy. Puking up everywhere.
Probably got something built into his suit to suck up all the puke.
Yeah, exactly. Have you seen that cartoonized as well of the battle cruiser? Because the battle cruiser just spazzes out, looking up, down, left, right, all the time.
Yeah.
So that guy who's flying the ship just is not having a good time.
Can you imagine the G-forces that would pull on you being tugged around like that?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they're probably used to it being in space. So. Right.
I don't think I'd ever get used to that.
Right. So what's going on? I'm pretty sure this was Overport opening. Going left first. It looks like. Yep, definitely left first. Early sunken. Ivan.
Just the speed of a second sunk, yeah. Second hatchery, rather. And a bio build from Strudel. Nothing crazy. A bit of a setup pressure from GosuFear right off the bat. Tries to get a drone, unsuccessful in doing so.
Yeah, good attempt, but yeah, good drone micro to pull that away.
Gets a little marine over here to deny Overlord scouting. I like it.
Okay, Strudel opting to actually make marines from his barracks this time.
That's going to help him, I think.
Yeah, it should help. I'm just waiting for him to make a turret. I just need him to make a turret. That's all I need. Don't care about anything else.
I've been waiting a while, but it might happen.
Yeah.
GosuFear just going to cannon up Zzzero. It's pretty common in this situation.
Yeah, normally you make a cannon at the guy closest to the Terran first. That's kind of the unwritten rule.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just because it's the Marines that you want the cannon against, and so yeah, like
so they can't just kill the zealots for free on the ramp.
Yeah, exactly.
There.
But this is the cannon timing was fine anyway, so yeah, and obviously great love for Zzzero, so you got to give him the cannon first. I think it's the only exception to the rule.
Let's protect this man at all costs.
Exactly. Okay, really good spotterling here and keeping it alive. Often that one will just die, but yeah, Zzero's got good eyes.
Yeah, you might be able to slip in actually and get some good scouting.
Yeah,
he's got an engineering base, so hopes for a turret. Yeah. It'll be a long time coming before we see the turrets, but we might still see them.
Okay, GosuFear really knowing his stuff, getting four cannons here. Very, very safe.
Yeah.
4 cannons for both as well.
That's pretty safe.
Yeah.
About as safe as it gets.
Yep, 4 is pretty much
stim
perfect.
And go though. Maybe he can do something here, but I feel like the 4th cannon's gonna warp in just as these lings arrive.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you can't break 4 cannons. Like
it seems very tricky too, especially with some Zerglings to help block and stuff.
Yeah. Like even perfect ling marine micro, it just can't break 4 cannons. Cannons are just way too good at taking down marines.
And these marines will eventually die, but Zzzero needs to be careful not to bleed off that low HP one. You can see him cycling that out.
Yeah, really good there to snipe that first marine medic ball.
Yeah, you never want to let that get bigger.
Oh,
there you go. Zoom in. See it? It's a guy.
Oh, wow.
It's actually a guy. You see that?
No way.
That's
So
like
weird.
an SCV suit. You're a cross between an SCV and a marine. Look at that. It's an actual guy.
Oh my god. My mind is blown.
There you go.
You'd never see that if you didn't have the zoom in function. No one's eyes are that good, surely.
If you click on the wireframe, I think it looks like a guy in the wireframe. That's how I learned.
Oh yeah,
it.
once you see it.
I spotted it in the wireframe.
Oh my
That's
god.
how I learned about it, yeah.
What a cool job. I would love that job.
No, you wouldn't.
Why not? Well, not when bloody lings are... Yeah, alright, yeah, the spinning. Yeah. No, it feels bad when lings are just attacking you. You can only shoot in the air.
On a fairground ride all day long.
I don't know, that does sound pretty fun.
Yeah, fun for the first 10 minutes, then you're bored of it and you're just dealing with the inertia.
Now you get used to it. He had G-force training, you know? He's been spun around for years before he gets that job.
Centrifuge all day long.
Yeah, exactly. You know. Alright,
pretty good pressure from these moves. There's actually not a lot of bio here, so he can really pressure this in a big way.
Yeah, because he went for that early tech +1 and early vessel.
Yeah, and this actually supply blocks Strudel getting a depot here. It's a big deal.
Ooh,
you can actually use that to bait the Marines out of position and then kill it later on. But he's actually mismicroing ever so slightly, so Strudel holds for now. It's a shame, because Zzzero could have actually killed all those Marines and got the depot with perfect micro.
Yeah, it might have just been one of those turn rate things, you know, like I'm sure Zzero's used to much higher turn rate than 2v2 games.
You'd be surprised though, sometimes the Mewers just won't shoot if you haven't got the angle perfect.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's literally just a unit alignment issue. That was a dirty storm.
Yeah, that's some revenge there for getting your Nexus denied.
Yeah, and he's got enough money to go and plop that down right away, but he does need to put a cannon first because there's borrowed lings there.
Oh,
he's going to go and try and place it and then get the sound.
We've got the,
like, yeah, that's good. That saves him making the cannon. Absolute craziness today.
Sniped off the probe. Very nice. Cannons
He's
for
only
you.
gonna get one cannon down. I love that. Do you know what's so funny about the burrow thing? Like, say if you're trying to burrow drones against wraiths, if they shoot, or mutalisks, if they shoot them as they're burrowed, then they actually unburrow automatically and die anyway.
Yeah, it's a really weird thought process by the drone there, isn't it? Just like, I'm about to hide, but just as he shoots me, I'm going to unhide. It's like, it's the opposite of what you'd want to be doing.
Yeah, it's one of the funny little nuances of StarCraft. Nice catch on the High Templar, though. Looks like Zzero's trying to open up the back pocket of this base and kill some drones, as well as killing one of these Sunkens to make these Zealots and DTs even more effective.
Yeah, he's really good at finding those tiny little openings, isn't he?
Anyone that's good at Muta Micro can identify that. It kind of goes part and parcel with utilizing mutas. It's one thing microing with them, it's another thing exploiting and creating opportunities. So if you learn one but not the other, it's not much use.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, like not the most optimal spore placement. I'm not too sure about these back two.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it protects the spire a little bit, but
yeah,
besides that, it's not doing a whole lot.
So yes, I feel like it's one of those things you don't know it's wrong until you're playing someone like Zzzero, and he'll show you why it's wrong.
Yeah. Which is why you should always play against better opponents if you can help it. They'll really show you the tiny little holes in your play.
Yep, that's it.
You can't even really safely gas mine anymore.
Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah, because this pool is not letting make a pool there.
Yep. That's usually why you won't see the pool placed there unless it's against a Protoss only. Oh, he's looking for an irradiate. It looks like. How much energy has he got? Not quite enough yet.
Getting there. Got a couple of Scourge out there.
Bit of a counter-attack here. Some speed lots running in. There's actually just pure marine. There's no medic, no nothing. So these will actually do a lot more than they probably should do. You can drill the ramp with the SCVs to body block, but it still doesn't feel great. There are some mutas coming to help clean this up. So he will avoid disaster. But it's a nice idea to come in here for this little counter-attack.
It was a bit ambitious, I think.
Yeah, I think it did a lot more than it should have. Just because to expect the Terran to have that little defenses is kind of insane.
Yeah.
Even if it is right. That's a bit ambitious from Zzzero. That's a tempting target, but not a good one. Couple of good irradiates, but they don't get enough value. Still with 5 remaining. And that's a lot of energy gone down the drain now for Strudel.
Yeah.
And he's got a lot more mutas back at home.
Yeah, PZ looking pretty strong at this point. Both of their 2 bases pretty well secured. No storm though. It's the only thing they're lacking. Oh,
he's
there's
got
one there.
On the ramp.
Oh, of course he's blocking all the links.
So I got this. I'll handle it.
Yeah.
I still think there's a way of Ivan and Strudel turning this into a win, but I do favor Zzzero and GosuFear currently. It's going to be so hard to break this sunken line as well. You kind of need like 2 D-matrixes to have a chance at getting through that. Ooh, bleeding off units.
Yeah.
Not so great. But look at this, 12 o'clock. We got Ivan taking this little base up here to try and play catch up.
Right, Protoss has sort of hit that timing where he can move out.
He's just running by this Bible.
Yeah, I know, he just doesn't care.
Kind of funny. There's a bunker with another one on the way, but I don't know if that's going to be done in time. And once these bio units do come in to defend, it's going to be a tight choke or storm. Oh, but he catches some of the High Templars. Not enough mutas to kill Zzzero, but if he kills any of the Dark Templars, it's pretty good value, and he does get all of the High Templars besides one.
Yeah, definitely sort of save the day for the time being.
Yeah, Muta's providing vision to help see if he can snipe that CC, but he's going to delay killing that for the time being. Gets a pretty good storm. I feel like it would be better to save that storm for these bio units coming from behind. Maybe he didn't see them right away.
Yeah, I don't think they did see him.
Yeah, he has got the high ground advantage, but I think there's enough bio here to clean all this up gradually.
Yeah, goons are just kind of worthless against Marines. They're more of a supporting unit when it comes to fighting Marines.
Looks like Strudel is going to go into tanks.
Yeah, I think
I don't hate it.
Those mutas snipes on the High Templars were clutch there. I think could have been the end of the game.
Big time, big time.
Terran helping out his ally, try and get him an expansion.
Well, he has the 12 o'clock, so I mean, he's not lagging behind as much as he could be. He needs to be careful about trading off his mutas all game long like this. He needs to play catch up. Like this is not good. Like, just keep your mutas safe. Like, every muta death is so painful. It just delays him being able to be relevant in the game just that little bit longer.
Yeah, easier said than done though. With Zzzero in control, he's going to notice those mistakes. Like, you know, I'm even surprised he was caught. He's in between his like two defenses, and Zzzero still finds him.
Yeah.
That's one armor. The Lings and for the mutas.
Well, Zzero's eyeing up the Zerg. Meanwhile, GosuFear is eyeing up the Terran. Going to be making it harder for Strudel to help out Ivan defend. Does snipe one High Templar here with these few mutas that he has got. Tanks on the high ground will probably be good defensively, but it seems like Zzzero really wants to ram it down on the Zerg and not let him ever recover.
Yeah, I think he's mainly just looking to deny that expansion.
Okay, the other side, other army. Ooh, more and more big storms coming out. There's just no way Strudel can get out onto the map to help Ivan anymore.
Why big upgrade?
Defensively, he's going to be fine, but he can't come out onto the map really.
Yeah.
It's like we see some rapid expansion efforts as well. GosuFear taking a third, and who's taking the third at the fourth at 6 o'clock? That's Zzzero. Well, it looks like there are some forces making some mutas making their way to the natural of Zzzero here. I think they're about to get caught.
Oh dear.
See again, like just shouldn't be out on the map with his mutas until he's got at least the whole control group.
Yeah. Bit too antsy, really, isn't it? Just trying to sort of catch Zzzero out rather than, like you say, just sort of just catch up.
Yeah, it means he's never going to catch up because of that.
Yeah,
he's giving complete air superiority over to Team Zzzero.
Yeah, whereas he could have caught up with these irradiators constantly going on Zzero's mutas, then, you know.
Yeah, and then eventually he surprises Zzzero by suddenly having a massive flock of mutas he's been building up for 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's it. On the base at 12.
Well, Spores and Irradiate might hold on to this, but it's a lot of resources invested in just dealing with the mutas.
Yeah, definitely holding for now, though. Zzzero choosing to back out.
But now there's not that much. Oh. The storms are so insane.
Yeah, every time.
I mean, I feel like he's kind of safe with the tanks on the high ground, but they're never coming out onto the map, man. Oh. Okay, Zzero's overstayed his welcome a little bit here. He's going to get punished. Finally, we might see Ivan be able to build up a decent force. He's actually going to go for Great Aspire. It's not the worst idea in the world.
Yeah, I guess on this map it's pretty good. Lots of places.
do a lot with a little. I mean, Guardians don't give you great value, generally speaking, but if you surprise them with the Guardians, it can be good. And you know, just 1 or 2 Devours can also be really good in the Muta War.
Yeah, something that Zergs often forget about is that Hive tech in 2v2. When games are going this long, you really got to think about Hive.
That's the only time you'll see it in 1v1 is when the game is dragging out.
Yeah.
So in situations like this, it makes sense as well.
The Zerg is so efficient on Hive, so you know there's not too many bases to take in 2v2. So you do want to think about your sort of resource situation as you're creeping into this late game.
And Zzzero being cute, flying over the irradiated Muta to the drone line to help kill some of those. With the expansions, it's going to be so hard, right? Like, you got Protoss taking 4 base worth of stuff, and Zero's getting 6 o'clock as well. These tactical lings are being an absolute nightmare.
I don't think I've ever seen the 2 Ling drop.
You've never seen the 2 Ling 20-minute drop build? Are you kidding me, crazy? Do you even play StarCraft?
Not well, apparently. It's things I've got to learn still. Oh, look at this. Sneaking all-nighters. Oh, he's got the hatch.
No, that is definitely a 3v3 style of thing to do.
Wonder how he got out. Did he fly mutas?
Spotted for it or something.
Yeah, or
something spotted for it, and
I'm wondering.
Just pop it down.
I'm wondering if it was the scanner. You see?
Oh, he could just scan.
Yeah,
that'd be pretty funny as well. I guess it's good for the fact that Strudel's got this 3rd. I just don't think he's going to keep up. Like, he's going to have a hard time dealing with GosuFear, much less the fact that he's got to worry about Zzzero running around as well.
The Ling drop. Too strong.
Yeah. Ivan was already really far behind in this game. Now that's just going to become compounded by many factors.
I mean, he's basically dead now.
Pretty much. He can't even... he can, you know, slow Overlord drop to long distance mine and, like, in 5 minutes time be able to build another hatchery, but that's about it.
Yeah.
I don't think Zero's going to let that happen. I mean, these irradiators are pretty nice. But again, it's just helping deal with Zzzero. It's not doing anything to GosuFear. Yeah,
and Protoss kind of got a lockdown on Terran with this huge army, just not letting Terran out. But...
And Biomech is not great against this kind of Protoss composition this late in the game.
Yeah, I mean...
Biomech has diminishing returns by a lot.
He has been lacking on upgrades all game. Protoss, that is.
We'll see how right now. Going to be +2 weapons.
Just +1. Yeah, it's about to hit +2. Yeah, but that's it.
It's a bit slow.
Yeah.
+3, 1 on the bio. So yeah, he's got... Oh, the tanks are out of position though. This is a big mistake from Strudel, trying to push this deep this quickly. He's going to get absolutely bowled over. GG is called, and very convincing wins for Mr. Bombastic, Zzzero, and GosuFear.
Yeah, I like their synergy, and they were kind of going for the same thing all the time.
Yeah.
It's obviously a lot easier for the PZ team to do that. TZ are always struggling to kind of group up, but yeah, too many Mutalists lost by even, and then just the storms are amazing on the Marines.
Yeah, they played really well individually and as a team, whereas I feel like Strudel and Ivan kind of had the right idea, but there wasn't a lot of synergy.
Yeah,
Ivan got outplayed by Zzzero a lot.
Yeah, it's going to happen though when you're in ZVZ against a 1v1 player. It's going to be really tough.
Yeah, you give them one pocket of weakness, they're going to exploit it.